San Antonio's Sports Center.
In the NBA, the San Antonio Spurs are looking to bounce back from Saturday's loss to the Jazz tonight as they welcome the Cleveland Cavaliers to town. Tip-off at the Frost Bank Center set for 7 o'clock. In the NFL, the Houston Texans win streak currently sits at 8 in a row after beating the Chargers in L.A. Saturday and clinching a postseason berth in the process. The Cowboys beat the Commanders over Christmas and now close out the season with the Giants in New York on Sunday. In other Dallas Cowboy news, Pro Football Talk's Mike Florio says the Vikings defensive coordinator Brian Flores is in play to become the Cowboys' next defensive coordinator. Finally, the UTSA Roadrunners capped their season with a win in the First Responders Bowl, a 57-20 demolishing the Florida International on Friday night. I'm Rob Thompson for 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
From the studios of San Antonio Sports Star, reaching more sports fans than any station in South Texas. Welcome to the Morning Huddle with A.J. Hoffman and Rob Thompson. This is 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Good morning, everybody. How is this on? How's this work? It's been a while. Let's see. Let's see if everything's still working right. Yep. We're still here. Good morning, San Antonio. It's the Morning Huddle on 94.1. I'm your old pal A.J. Hoffman over here to my left. Oh, full of Christmas cheer. Turn your mic on. We got that. That'll help.
There we go.
There,
What's going on here? What's going on here?
Hadn't quite figured it
Where's
out.
the records room?
That's here. Mr. Rob Thompson.
We
Good
made
morning,
it.
Robert.
Glad to be here. Hope everybody's fine on a brisk morning.
Oh yes.
It's getting colder.
And there's Edwin on the other side of the glass. Vic is off.
I guess all week.
Is he off all week?
Well, no, we figured he might be here Wednesday.
I'm not going to be here Wednesdays.
So if you're not going to be here,
he should be here.
and Vic's not going to be here.
No, it's you're going to be running the board on Wednesday, Rob. You're going to be on.
I don't do that.
AI's running the board.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Well,
You don't want
everybody
that,
trusts AI.
We don't want AI running the board.
Is,
Allen Iverson needs to just stick to basketball.
I would too. Yeah.
Board down here.
Talk about practice.
Practice.
Well, happy Monday. Welcome back. What was the vacation like for Rob Thompson? Was
I didn't travel
was
like
it relaxing?
No, but I mean,
Well, you went to Dallas.
Yeah, that was fun.
Oh,
yeah, that was a good time. But once I got home, it got better.
I'm guessing you just did a lot of cooking and sitting around watching football.
Lots of sports, lots of food, lots of family. Did a little hunt. Got one hunt in.
Okay.
Went down and looked at some. I had a shot at a coyote at about 275. Whiffed.
Oh.
Coyotes. I'm 0 for 2 on coyote shots this year.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's unfortunate.
Yeah, man. I've come to the realization that I'm not a very good shot.
Well,
I used to think I was a whole lot better shot, but I've whiffed on 2 coyotes this year. Like total, bing, missed.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah, and I've only pulled the trigger like 3 times. I'm 1 for 3.
Okay. So you went on this hunt, but you didn't kill anything?
No, I mean,
you didn't bathe in the blood of a beast?
I was on somebody else's lease, and there's 1 or 2 that they said, if you see this one or that one, feel free to call it. I didn't see that one. I wasn't going to shoot a doe. I'm not. Yeah. So I just spent the morning on a warm winter morning.
Okay.
It's a nice spring break hunt.
Okay.
Last time I hunted in shorts in December. Dude, very strange week. It was just all around for me. It was a very bizarre week.
It was the first half of my break. I was up in the Pacific Northwest, and it was cold, but not like frigid cold.
That's perfect for me, man.
But it was raining like almost nonstop.
Sucks. Such is life in the Northwest. But you weren't near all the flooding though. That had moved south into Humboldt.
Yeah, no flooding where we were, but I did get an alert from Seattle. Like it said if you're in the city and a rat comes up out of the toilet,
what?
Flush it back down.
Sounds
because
like
with all the flooding, like apparently like some of the rats have been like
mother of God
pushed up into the plumbing, and they're like, if you see a rat, flush it back down the toilet, and if it doesn't flush, try pouring some dish soap on it and flush again.
Just lube it up. Get a little slick it up. Dude.
Yeah. Can you imagine if a rat came out of the toilet, like you'd feel a little nibble on your satchel?
Time to move, man.
Yeah.
Seattle, you got some infrastructure issues. Dude, you have to put a mesh.
Well, you got to think.
Can't do mesh.
You got to think if it's raining enough for the rats to be flushed up in Seattle. Like, it rains a lot in Seattle. You know how it's been raining a ton.
Those big old sewer rats, I guess, do get stuck. Just like all you see is the mouth.
Yeah. I mean, fortunately, I didn't see any of those things.
What was the Bend? I've seen these movies.
I didn't. A rat did not come out of the toilet when I was.
But
when I was
you
up
weren't
there.
In Seattle though.
Oh yeah, I was up in Seattle.
Oh, that
yeah,
was Seattle.
Yep.
Oh, I thought you were closer to like. Well, you were Tacoma, right?
No, we were at like their house is in Duval, but we spent a lot of time in the city.
Oh, I thought you were further north.
No. We were in the thick of it, baby, in the thick of it. But it was a good time. Good, like got some hikes in, and I was wearing galoshes. Everyone.
And what is that?
Like mud boots.
Yeah,
I was wearing my mudders.
Mud boots.
And then I got back on the plane and came back here, and it was 80 degrees.
Dude.
And it was a very odd vibe.
One day we decided we're going to turn the air low, put on a blanket, and act like it's cold outside. Put on a fire.
Well, my older son stayed back. He didn't go to Seattle with us. And my wife one day was like, oh, I guess I need to turn the AC on at the house because the upstairs was up to 77 degrees. And
where was he?
He was at work.
Oh.
And she was like, I guess I feel bad for him. Like,
But he doesn't have any control over it?
Well, he's not allowed to touch the thermostat, no, because he's like me. He would just put it on 63 and vibe out, like, But so she's banned. Like, basically, my wife is she is the mafia of the air conditioning controls. She's the only one with any kind of say on this.
I've achieved the empty nest status, so that's no longer a concern of mine.
There you go.
I have absolute dominance over the.
Congratulate the thermostat, the remote control. It's the
Everything's
world.
where I left it.
The world is yours,
man. And I watched a lot of television. A lot.
Did
you name it.
Watching shows.
I watched all the Star Wars.
What?
I watched every one of them. I saw every Star Wars.
That's impossible.
Nope. Watched every one of them.
Even like the
even the suck ass ones. Even the one with the
just the full length movies, not the
Oh no, only the movies. Okay. And I watched them in order. So I watched the bad ones first.
Oh.
You know what I mean? The ones where there's like three or four.
That first one where he's like racing around in the pod machine?
No, see, that's not the first one. That's actually the fourth one. New Hope is later. The first one is actually when Anakin Skywalker is a kid.
Yeah, when he's a kid and he's like riding around in the pod,
I watched
right?
Even the suck ass one.
That's terrible.
Yeah, it was terrible.
And
I had to get through that to get to the good one.
That's the one with Jar Jar Binks.
Well, Jar Jar's in there. Yeah,
I hate that one.
And then the
one after
Ewoks.
that. The one after that. Number 2 is the worst of all the movies.
And there were so many good possibilities in there because they had the whole kind of Boba Fett theme that everybody was excited about. And they just ruined it.
It was like a love story. It sucked.
It was terrible. But once I weathered that storm, then I got to see Star Wars and Return of the Jedi and Revenge and all that.
Yeah, I would just only watch Empire Strikes Back and then not watch the rest
you
of
have
it.
To suffer through it. I watched most all of the Harry Potters.
What the hell?
Yeah. Well, I spent a lot of time in and around. Well, it doesn't matter. But yeah, I had a lot of time.
Did you replace a hip or something? You couldn't get up off the couch?
Well, no. I was other places, but yeah, I was in situations where my large phone came in handy.
So
I watched a lot of television. You know what? I should have. If I had to do over, I'd have watched The Wire.
Oh yeah.
Because by
That's
that
way
time,
better than Star Wars.
By the end of the week, you're kind of no. I mean, it's Star Wars and Harry Potter kind of a Christmas thing at our house. It's one of those things we do every year.
Star Wars every year?
I don't know why, but it is. It has been.
Well, that's too much.
Since they were kids. So once a year, I watch all the Star Wars, and we get it all done then.
That sounds like something Vic would do.
No, I like it.
You like watching Star Wars every year?
Yeah, it's tradition.
I don't like to watch the same movies too many times.
See, I can watch. There's probably 25 or 30 movies that if I catch it, I can watch them.
But all the Star Wars movies?
Well, that's kind of a thing. I mean,
And
that's,
then
it's
you
like
know you're
we
gonna
play Risk on Thanksgiving. Yeah, nobody enjoys it, but we do it.
And like you said, you know you're going to suffer through part of it. Like, this is just like a casual watch. Like, it's on, and you guys are walking around. Like,
Yeah,
you know,
it's just,
eating chips and dip.
yeah,
and
it's just
it's on in the background.
So you fall asleep, you wake up in the next movie, and you just keep going. You
I guess
kinda
that's
plow
manageable.
through. Yeah, I mean, but
manageable.
it's about a good 8-hour day, more than that.
That is
But yeah, all in all, a great holiday. Not done yet. Still
No.
got some. Now, the funny thing is, with the playoffs, the way it bounces for 2 weeks, and the way we have a week 18, this has been kind of an extended. Not a lot. I mean, we've had a fair amount of things happen, but we haven't come to a conclusion on anything. You know what I mean? It's very strange this time of year. We've had hardly any bowl games.
No.
Like hardly any. And, the playoffs have certainly circumvented that. But for the most part, it's been just kind of a stretched out NFL kind of close out, that first weekend of high school football, college playoffs. That seems like a month ago.
Yeah, well, it was a good while ago.
It seems so long ago.
And you know what? Good on them, though, for understanding. I hope that this is an indication that college football knows its role.
Yeah, I think
and isn't trying to I don't know if they think, we're always going to be on New Year's Eve. Like, don't be on New Year's Eve if the NFL's on New Year's Eve.
And I think what the intent is, and you can tell, is just to stretch it out. And they would like to have a football game in the NFL, and it doesn't matter for them. But I do think college sees a way that with the addition of more teams in the future, there's certainly space. You know what I mean? They've already built in the gap. We could add more teams, and it wouldn't add any length because we probably could have played last weekend, and I don't think any teams would have complained. So I like that there's a gap to fill in if, in fact, when they do decide to expand the playoffs. I like the fact that I had plenty of access to all the NFL games. Sometimes you get a little tired of them on a Saturday afternoon.
Not me.
But, but every game was available to me. I didn't feel like I was overwhelmed, and I still got so much more. There's still so much more to do.
Did you are you ready to talk about?
The sad thing is I didn't see the game live for a lot of reasons. So I haven't really and I was up in Fredericksburg at a thing on Saturday, and everybody knows me, and a lot of people were coming up like, what do you have to say? And I'm like, you know what? I really haven't had a chance to
You haven't unpacked
diagram.
it yet.
I mean, it's the battered Aggie syndrome, and I've talked to enough, that saw the game live to kind of get a feeling for what happened. I mean, I was seeing highlights because of some personal stuff, and I didn't get a chance to really see what happened. It just seemed pretty miserable. It just seemed, I was in the middle of a miserable circumstance anyway. So that whole weekend was just like, let's just get out of here. Let's just get over it and move on. It's certainly, the part about it, it seems to me, having not seen it, is you don't want to lose the way everybody expects you to lose, and that's what happened. You lost the way that everybody thought you were going to lose, and that's the most painful thing. The shockwaves in Aggieland were that was a pretty severe kick in the nuts for a lot of people.
Yeah.
It really was. I don't think a lot of people are ready to talk about what happened, but I think a lot of us are ready to move on. Let's play some more football and get this thing done.
My cousin, who's is about as optimistic of an Aggie as you'll find. Like, he doesn't like talking to me about it because
That's brutal.
You know me. But he said it's crazy because this whole season felt like the best season in A&M history, and now when you look back at it, he's like, it's the emptiest 11-win season in the history of college football because we lost to Texas, and we didn't go to the SEC championship game, and then we lost in the first round of the playoffs, a home game. He's like, so it just makes all the 11 wins just feel like nothing.
Yeah, it really evaporated, and I wonder. I think a lot of us are dealing with that kind of thing. I wonder if at some point we will see, there was some benefit to it. There were some good things that did happen. And I think it also sped the process for some issues that were kind of lingering that if they had managed to move on, they wouldn't have fixed.
Yeah.
Some little things that I do think, like the immediate, they went and hired a new defensive line coach immediately. They already got him. So they knew it kind of highlighted the issues that might have festered for another year because there were some interior problems that were disguised by winning. So I do think because of that just absolute painful thing that there were some hard decisions made quicker than probable. But there's nothing good that's going to come out of this other than you only learn from absolute failure. That's the time when you can really look in the mirror when you go, God, that was as bad as it could have been. So there's nothing good to be pulled out of it.
I will say,
maybe it'll speed things along. But
for a program that doesn't win 11 games ever, you won 11 games.
Yeah, no, but that doesn't matter. Like your brother-in-law was saying, it's one of those things that I wonder when spring football gets started and the things are renewed and we start looking at stuff and go, hey, we learned some things. We got, we know where we are on some of these. I wonder if that'll happen. I just don't. I think if things uptick again and they can remain competitive, now to expect 11 wins for any SEC team is stupid.
Oh, yeah.
I don't care who you are to say, 11 wins is possible.
And the schedule will be different next year.
It's going to be that much more difficult, and I think that realization will kick in. But, if there is some positive to be gained, we'll see. But right now, man, as much as any program in the world that has won 11 games, it seems like an absolute death in the family. It really, Aggieland really suffered through this one. So, hey, we've lost some tough ones before. That's the one thing about A&M is, man, we've been here and done that. So let the scar tissue form, get back and get up and go to work.
Well,
and, the funny thing is that volleyball championship, everybody's like, yeah, okay, anyway.
That is,
like, oh, yeah, that's really fun.
I will
no,
say,
it's not.
this
no, it's not.
is the one thing that you could say about Aggie is the day after, like, the most devastating loss in their football program's history. They're like, national title, let's go, baby.
Well, I think we tried that for a day and then went, it doesn't even feel that good.
It didn't work as well as you thought.
That didn't even take.
No.
No, that was like Advil. It took away the headache for a little bit, but no, the pain's still there. Congratulations, ladies, but it just wasn't enough, man.
It wasn't enough to fill the void.
It was a little bump.
All right, we'll talk some more college football a little bit later on in the program. We got a lot to unpack from the time we missed.
Spurs running.
Yeah,
dead.
We do have to talk some Spurs. We do have to talk some Cowboys today.
Texans running well.
Yeah, a lot to get into. We'll do that coming up next. Morning Huddle 94.1.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star traffic from News Talk 550 KTSA.
Good morning. We'll start with some good news. They just cleared that stall at 35 southbound at Riddiman. Traffic flowing freely. We do have that roadwork still set up. I-10 eastbound Hildebrand to Fulton in the left lane. And then 281 northbound Josephine Grayson Street to St. Mary's roadwork. Left lane closed. Otherwise, all our major freeway systems right now looking good, rolling at posted speeds. If you guys see something we're not talking about, call us on the traffic tip line so we can check it out. That number is 210-785-2601. I'm Debbie Alcacer, KTSA Time Saver Traffic.
Running a business means wearing multiple hats. So if you're like me, you probably started out using your personal phone, taking client calls and texts nonstop. As my business grew, I needed something smarter. That's when I switched to Quo, the #1 business phone system. Quo works right on your phone or computer. No carrying 2 phones, no clunky landline, just one easy app you can try for free. Your team can share one number and handle calls and texts together like a shared inbox. Any teammate can jump into the conversation so customers get faster responses. And Quo's AI assistant summarizes your calls and responds to customers 24/7, so you never miss a lead or opportunity. All this starts at just $15 a month. That's basically 2 coffees. You can even keep your current business phone number. Find out why 90,000 businesses trust Quo. No missed calls, no missed customers. Try Quo for free at quo.com/sports. That's quo.com/sports to try Quo free. QUO.com/SPORTS.
This report is sponsored by Mattress Firm. The once-a-year sale and clearance is here. Upgrade today with Mattress Firm's quality selection of top brands. Let their sleep experts find the perfect bed to help transform your nights. They make sleep easy.
The following is a dramatization.
Davis Law Firm, how can I help?
Hi, I got hurt in a wreck, but I don't know if it's really worth getting an attorney.
Don't worry, you called the right place.
I'm Jeff Davis. At Davis Law Firm, we're here for you 24/7, and you don't pay unless we win. We recently secured a jury verdict for $210 million in a wrongful death case. So if you've been hurt, call us at 444-4444.
Davis Law Firm, San Antonio.
Connecticut water systems are the best of the best. I personally have one in my home. All those other water softener systems out there are junk in comparison.
For a limited time, receive a free reverse osmosis drinking station at your kitchen sink. $400 off with trade-in and 0% interest for 12 months with approved credit. Call Connecticut of San Antonio and the Hill Country. 210-656-PURE.
Check them out at ConnecticutSA.com. and tell them Dave Ramsey sent you.
License number 38961.
Guys, we are in the thick of the NBA season. Just because the Emirates Cup is behind us doesn't mean there's not more hoops. We're back into the action, man. The fast breaks, the buzzer beaters, and it's all going down with Underdog. With Underdog Unwrapped, you're going to unwrap tons of promos all throughout the holidays, boosts, gimme packs, deal reveals, and even some surprises sprinkled in. Now is the best time to get in the game because you can make your picks and win money right now in Texas. In NBA, I have been looking at De'Aaron Fox for a while, and as long as Wemby's on a minutes restriction, I'm going to keep looking at higher on De'Aaron Fox and higher on Dylan Harper, quite frankly, because his minutes are going up and up. Download the app today. Use my promo code Alamo. You'll get $75 in bonus entries when you play your first $5. That's promo code Alamo. Underdog. Make picks, win money. Must be 18 plus and present in Texas. Terms apply. See assets.underdogfantasy.com/web/play and get terms _DFS_.html for details. Concerned with your play? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit www.ncpgambling.org.
Let's get this new year started with a brand new RV from the South Texas RV Super Sale. Hundreds of RVs of every type from San Antonio area's best dealers. And free parking thanks to our dealers. Go to SouthTexasRVSupersale.com for details and tickets. January 1st through the 4th at Expo Hall.
Uncover the root of your problems and improve the quality of your life. I'm Dr. Torres from the Institute for Functional Health. For more than a decade, we have helped people restore energy, vitality, libido, and drive. Most patients come to us because they feel unheard or stuck. Schedule your Discovery Day. We'll talk about your history, run advanced testing, and build a personalized plan that fits your life. We have helped thousands of people just like you. Call 210-468-1891. I'm Dr. Torres at the Institute for Functional Health. 210-468-1891.
Texting enrolls you in a recurring automated marketing text messages. Consent not required to purchase. Message and data rates may apply.
The team's looking good this season.
I think so. Man, I miss playing football. Ever since I turned 40, I just can't find that fire I used to have.
Think it could be lower testosterone?
What do you mean?
I was feeling the same way. After 40, the body has less testosterone, and men lose their edge. That's why I take Nugenix Total T2.
That's the testosterone booster, right?
Yes, but Total T2 is their brand new formula that skyrockets nitric oxide levels in as little as 3 hours. Since I started taking it, I've been lifting like when we played for Coach Carter. My energy is way up, and it even spiced up things between me and the missus.
Are they still giving out complimentary bottles?
Yep, just send a text.
Text METER to 321-321 for your complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T2, the next generation testosterone booster. Text now and we'll include a bottle of Nugenix Thermo X, our newest, most powerful fat burner ever, absolutely free. Text METER to 321-321. That's METER to 321-321.
These statements have not been evaluated by the FDA. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
Hi, I'm Michael from the Warren Treaty. You know the jingle. Now discover the facts about Ozempic, a GLP-1. Only Novo Nordisk makes FDA-approved Ozempic. Learn about the real thing.
Talk to your healthcare professional today. Call 1-833-OZEMPIC or visit Ozempic.com to view the medication guide and to learn more about Ozempic. Semaglutide injection 0.5 milligram, 1 milligram, and 2 milligrams.
Joe, I've invented the perfect exercise machine. It's practical, efficient, and fits in any home. I give you the Row and Go. Ta-da! It's a rowing machine that connects to your toilet, so you can row and...
Stop. Folks at Quarter Moon Plumbing, Heat, and AC will help homes stay in tip-top shape. Call Quarter Moon 651-5899.
Quarter Moon Plumbing, Heat, and AC, 210-651-5899.
License number M16004, TACLA 141074E. Buyers Barricades is proud to provide traffic control, rental, and sales for work zones and events in the San Antonio area and beyond. Buyers Barricades, the Texas authority in barricade rental. Learn more online at buyersbarricades.com. That's buyersbarricades.com.
It's the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson.
Get up. Hey, good morning. Morning Huddle 94.1. Rob and AJ on a Monday. I had the Sunday scaries yesterday.
Me too.
Oh man.
Back to work.
Yeah, it's been a long time.
And then, of course, we had a great football game to make us stay up even later, which, neither one of us were going to go to sleep early. I'm sure your schedule's shot like mine.
Oh, it's a disaster. Yeah. Disaster, my schedule. But, yeah, it was good football last night. And we'll get into the football. We'll probably really dig into the football starting at 7 o'clock. I did want to catch up on the Spurs with you. I mean, obviously it's the week of Christmas. We planned being out for a long time, but man, we missed a lot of good stuff to talk about. And you and I usually get to just kick this stuff around and haven't really done any of it. What a wild couple of days for the San Antonio Spurs.
The profit taking set aside on Saturday night. The Jazz loss was profit taking. There hasn't been a week like that for the Spurs since the playoffs of 2014. I mean, let's just be honest with ourselves. We haven't had a team that has looked like this in over a decade.
I mean, this is you have to feel like you've got something real here.
We took a step. Took a step. When we left, we were at one team. Today, we're a different team. We saw the Spurs take that step into contention. Now the league looks at them like contenders. They're going to be treated like contenders. When they show up to stadiums, they're going to sell out buildings because Wemby is that spectacular. And anybody who knows basketball knows that the Spurs are a show to go see. Yeah. So they took a step from an interesting dalliance, we're going to go see this 7'5" dude do something fun, to a team like, oh, crap, we got to bring our A game because they're going to whoop our ass on our home court. That's what happened over the last week.
And as it stands today, and still, I mean, even with the San Antonio beating the Thunder 3 times this year, by the way, the Thunder 27-2 against teams not named San Antonio, 0-3 against the Spurs. But even with that, the Thunder still 27-5. The Spurs are only 3.5 games behind them in the overall standings. The Spurs are now the 2 seed in the Western Conference. They are proven that they can go toe-to-toe with the Kings, not the Sacramento Kings, but like the Kings of the West. And there's no reason why they shouldn't feel like the window's open now, maybe. You and I both thought, like, dude, make the playoffs, and then next year,
incremental growth.
We thought next year would look like this.
There's still a long way to go, and like I said, when you take that next step, there are more money, more problems. And so now with the magnifying glass, teams ain't just going to let you come in. I mean, they were already kind of worried about Wemby, and how they know San Antonio's coming. We better be ready, or we're going to get embarrassed.
Yeah.
So Oklahoma City can weather the storm, and Shea can say, hey, man, they're better than us, and mean it. But knowing full well, you got a long way to go, young brothers. I mean, this is about to get real hard because you just proved to the league that you can beat anybody on any night. And, there's still some things that the Spurs need some work on, and it's going to be exposed. I think we saw it against Utah, and I call that a profit-taking loss. I mean, they'd run 8 in a row, and you're going to lose one eventually, especially at home when you got a nice night on your own bed right around Christmas. So, I'm not going to count that. But it was, we've reached a level that I can't wait to see what we do over the next 10 days. I can't wait to see how we react to this because, number one, in the power rankings, everybody's telling you how great you are. We got, it couldn't be going any better. So this is when teams find out who they truly are because it ain't easy every night anymore.
And they are back in the saddle tonight against the Cleveland Cavaliers.
A big basketball team.
Here in San Antonio. Hopefully, you say profit-taking, and it did kind of feel like it wasn't I don't want to say it was like a night off, but it was certainly I say this all the time. In sports, you have to take a breath. And there's no way you can't crank it up to 10 for every game. Otherwise, you can't function for a full season. It did feel like a take a breath game. Part of it was they couldn't shoot a lick. I guess it was 2 nights ago now, Saturday night against the Jazz. But and also the Jazz shot pretty well, which is not.
That means your defensive pressure wasn't good on the edges because your legs were dead, and your legs were dead, so you couldn't hit any threes. So it just sounds like
And it was really just it wasn't It's not an embarrassing loss necessarily. I mean, the Jazz don't suck. And San Antonio started out real strong. The second quarter was the whole game. The second quarter, they just wiped them out off the Jazz wiped them off the floor.
And there's some reasons behind that. And it's not just because they were tired. Wemby started, so the rotation was jacked
different.
Up. So, and when you kind of jack up the rotation, I don't care how good you are or how much you enjoy it, it's still a change to when you play and how you play.
They said we're going to keep bringing them off the bench until we see that that's not the best thing. Well, what the hell?
I get the sense that in warm-ups, Mitch saw the warm-ups and these guys are flat. Let's start Vic. One of those things. I don't think that was the intention. I think they play a little bit of possum, but I saw no need to change the process. That what had been going on seemed to be working. I don't know if Victor said start me. It doesn't seem like he's the type that says that, but maybe he saw they were flat and wanted to give them a little push, and it wasn't enough. But it did kind of jack up the rotation. And no De'Aaron Fox certainly matters. I mean, let's not kid ourselves. Our best player didn't play.
Also, Champagny 0 for 6 from 3. Wemby 0 for 4. Devin 2 for 9. Steph 1 for 8. Harper 0 for 4.
That's tired.
You can't win games like that.
No.
If you don't shoot them, you've got a chance. But if you shoot that many times and you miss all of them, you're hopeless.
And he pulled Wemby with like 8 to go, right?
Yeah.
He didn't even finish the game. 28
minutes for Wemby. 32 points. It wasn't like it was a bad game for Wemby, but it's just you can't miss that many threes and
what I want to see then
make it competitive
is I'm not sure the best thing for the Spurs is Wemby getting 32. I know he was filling the gap for De'Aaron, but watching the way the Spurs have won, with 8 straight wins and a different leading scorer every night. I think that was the number, right? Didn't we have a different leading scorer every night for 8 straight wins? I think we see the recipe on how the Spurs are going to be competitive until Wemby becomes this immovable force, and he's still kind of becoming that. I'm not sure the best thing for the Spurs, and unless of course De'Aaron's out, but is for him to go 32 and everybody to go over. He was a volume scorer the other night.
Well, I want to keep talking Spurs. We'll take a quick break. We'll do that more on the other side. It's the Morning Huddle 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star traffic from News Talk 550 KTSA.
Good morning. We'll start with some good news. They just cleared that stall at 35 southbound at Riddiman. Traffic flowing freely. We do have that road work still set up. I-10 eastbound Hildebrand to Fulton in the left lane. And then 281 northbound Josephine Grayson Street to St. Mary's roadwork, left lane closed. Otherwise, all our major freeway systems right now looking good, rolling at posted speeds. If you guys see something we're not talking about, call us on the traffic tip line so we can check it out. That number is 210-785-2601. I'm Debbie Alcacer, KTSA Time Saver Traffic.
San Antonio Sports Stars 50K Pro Football Pick'em giveaway is back. Head to sasportsstar.com and pick the winners of each pro football game every week to earn points for each correct pick. Highest points each week wins a $25 gift card to Mellow Mushroom. Highest points overall scores $1,000 worth of tickets from A Awesome Tickets. Pick the winning ticket of every regular season game. Win the grand prize, $50,000. This is an Audience National contest across multiple markets. The 50K Pro Football Giveaway. Register and win at sasportsstar.com.
You know the Roo Pub is proven to be the best place to watch games with those 3 massive 170-inch screens and TVs all around. All the games, all the fights, and when you show up at the Roo Pub, show up hungry. The food is fantastic. Open daily at 11. Great for lunch, great for dinner, great for late at night, and the best place to watch a game. Just down from the big blind, right next to the Angry Elephant. The Roo Pub, 281 in Redland Road. We'll see you at the Roo.
Kohl's new clearance markdowns are intense. Up to 70% off is the kind of deal that'll leave you feeling stunned and make you whisper things like, "Where have you been my whole life?" to a cardigan. Just take a deep breath, steady your cart, and try to act normal. But it's not possible. The savings are just too good. Shop new clearance markdowns now in-store and online at Kohl's. Select styles, some exclusions apply. See store or kohls.com for details.
This report is sponsored by Indeed.com. When you're trying to find quality candidates, all the searching, screening, and interviewing can become a job itself. You need Indeed, the all-in-one platform that makes it easy to interview, screen, and hire quality people. Visit Indeed.com/credit.
Light up your outdoor party with Mr. W Fireworks.
We always have the lowest prices around. That's right.
Our prices are always more than 50% lower than the other guys.
And we never charge any hidden fees.
Look for the big W on our sign and find us online at MrWFireworks.com. When you shop at Mr. W, you can be sure you are getting the lowest prices on fireworks around.
And the biggest selection. Don't overpay for your fireworks ever again.
From our family to yours.
Happy New Year!
George gets justice. The holidays should bring warmth and family together, not an unexpected trip to the hospital after being hit by a careless driver. If this happens this holiday season, you need to get George. George Salinas Injury Lawyers handle everything, so you can focus on what really matters, being with the people you love. And remember, you only pay if they win. Call 210-225-0909 or visit getgeorge.com. George gets justice. GetGeorge.com. Principal Office, San Antonio.
My perfect day has sand, salt water, and friends. But my moderate to severe plaque psoriasis can take me out of the moment. Now I'm all in with clearer skin thanks to Skyrizi. Risankizumab Riza, a prescription-only 150 milligram injection for adults who are candidates for systemic or phototherapy. With Skyrizi, most people saw 90% clearer skin, and many were even 100% plaque-free at 4 months. Skyrizi is just 4 doses a year after 2 starter doses.
Don't use if allergic to Skyrizi. Serious allergic reactions, increased infections, or lower ability to fight them may occur. Before treatment, get checked for infections and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor about any flu-like symptoms or vaccines.
Thanks to Skyrizi, there's nothing on my skin, and that means everything. Ask your doctor about Skyrizi, the #1 dermatologist-prescribed biologic in psoriasis. Visit Skyrizi.com or call 1-866-SKYRIZI to learn more.
By texting 64,000, you agree to receive recurring automated marketing messages from Real Success. Message and data rates may apply. No purchase required. Terms apply. Available at ourrealsuccess.com.
Do you want to learn how to make money flipping houses and acquiring rental properties right here in San Antonio without using your own money? You'll learn to flip houses and secure rental properties in your spare time to get on track towards real wealth building. We're offering a handful of motivated individuals the opportunity to attend our workshop right here in San Antonio for free. That's right, we'll give you 2 free tickets when you text INVEST to 64,000. San Antonio is the perfect market to flip houses and build rental income. Don't miss this opportunity. Come to a complimentary live 2-hour workshop next week right here in San Antonio and learn how to start making money flipping homes and building long-term wealth with rental properties. To get 2 free tickets, text INVEST to 64,000. Text in the next 10 minutes and registrants will also receive a free copy of our Funding for Deals guide. Text INVEST to 64,000 for 2 complimentary tickets. Text INVEST to 64,000.
I can't believe how spotless my floors look after using the Swiffer Power Mop. No more dragging around a heavy mop and messy bucket. Now I get the same deep clean without all the work. Thanks to the powerful solution and scrubbing pad of the Swiffer Power Mop, dirt and grime don't stand a chance, and I don't break a sweat. Mic drop. Mop drop.
Swiffer Power Mop. Swiffer Power Mop.
A smarter way to mop. Try it or your money back.
In the 80s, everyone was breaking. Break dancing, that is. Lots of moves, spins, flashy colors, and a whole lot of cardboard. Breaking in the 80s was good, but breaking now, not so good. That's why Dave Ramsey recommends Kinetico water softeners in San Antonio and the Hill Country. Seems like many brands of water softeners these days have flashy lights, sounds, and moving parts. Bad news, all those parts are more likely to break and break and break again. With Kinetico water softeners, there are fewer moving parts, and a Kinetico only runs on kinetic energy and is up to 80% more efficient than other competing models. A Kinetico was built to work, not break. That's why a Kinetico is backed by an outstanding 10-year warranty, and right now receive a free reverse osmosis drinking station at your kitchen sink, $400 off with a trade-in of any water softener, and 0% interest for 12 months with approved credit. With a Kinetico, you'll have water soft as parachute pants on the dance floor.
KineticoSA.com.
License number 38961.
Hi there, I'm John O'Hurley. You know our pets are beloved family members. But sadly, though, there are so many dogs that get euthanized every day due to the lack of funding. To give them a chance at adoption, I invite you to support Puppy Food Bank. Thanks to generous donors like you, all of the food sent to pet shelters from Puppy Food Bank never comes with a bill. So please go to puppyfoodbank.org and make a generous, caring $15 donation every month. Your donation will absolutely save pet lives.
This is Jason Minix, and you're listening to the home of the Texas Rangers, 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Hey, good morning. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Let's see here. Talking some San Antonio Spurs on a Monday. We do have a couple clips of Mitch Johnson. Here's Mitch talking about the what went wrong against the Jazz on Saturday.
They obviously get credit for their production and their performance, but when you say evaluate ourselves, pretty disappointed in quite a few things. The game plan execution in terms of just not being connected on very simple things that we do every game that weren't necessarily pertinent to just the Utah Jazz. But the Utah Jazz took advantage of that and crushed us when we made mistakes.
Just say it out loud. We missed a million shots. That's okay. Nobody's mad at you right now. You got some house money to play with. Just say, yeah, we couldn't shoot a lick. It happens sometimes.
Well, the scary thing is to have a quarter like that. Just to get blasted, and not after halftime.
No.
It's substitution pattern. Was it a defensive lapse that led you into having to take too many? I don't know. He was being very obtuse about what happened. I think it comes down to just you're tired. Those guys were tired mentally and physically. They had just had a hell of a week, and then you compound being tired with everybody telling you how great you are, and you show up thinking you can just mail it in.
Yeah,
and it appears that what do you say? Connected. I like that word. That they weren't connected in ways that just say your mind might have been into it, but your body wasn't, or vice versa.
And then here's him discussing having Wemby back in the starting lineup.
Yeah, I think for him it's a balancing act of continuing to grow his fitness while also trying to keep him fresh, while also being mindful of the totality of the minutes. Obviously tonight was the first night he started, so probably a little conservative that we didn't want to overrun him early. But yeah, I'd say there's a few things at play, but that's a little bit of all of it. Want him to be fresh because all our guys are better when they're obviously playing fast and hot as we try to play in our style of play. And then just continuing to push that, obviously, because we want his minutes to continue to go up, and then obviously not have him where we don't have enough minutes as the game goes on, where we feel like it might be a little bit more just closer and need him in there.
It is weird, too. I mean, your two best players have both missed significant time this year, which is frustrating because I think we're finally starting to see what they can do when they're on the floor together, and it's awesome. But when one or the other is out, your makeup just changes so drastically.
Well,
he talked about right there, like we know we're best when we're running and we're going fast. Well, when De'Aaron's not on the floor, I mean, it doesn't look like slow motion, but it kind of is like it's like playing it at 3/4 speed. You know what I mean?
I mean, when you're dealing with that's one thing. But also consider when you rotate starters with with the way that you go substitution patterns, and you put Victor in as a starter, then suddenly when you start Cornette, responsibilities are very different. Offensively, defensive, very, very different. And now you're starting off and you're not only flipping what Cornette does, but the people that play with Cornette better than others. And then you take out De'Aaron Fox, then you've got – that was a mess. And I honestly didn't see the game on Saturday night. And when I see a quarter like the second quarter, you get the sense that a substitution pattern was weird. A guy wasn't connected defensively because he was in a different place, because we are dealing with kids. There's a lot of kids on this team. And it was just one of those messes. The switching from Victor from off the bench to starter is a huge change. And he talked about it. He had 28 minutes. He had 32 points, and we couldn't even finish the game with him. And it felt like we kind of needed him. So, you think about how the substitutions went. That lands to coaching. Like, how did you manage to allocate minutes to the point when you actually wanted to have the guy in there? You had this hard deadline or hard number that we're not going past 28 minutes. and you got there. I get the sense that last 8 minutes, the game would have been a little bit more winnable if you'd had Victor in. Now, again, didn't see the game. It just feels like that was a substitution pattern issue that they just couldn't get wired in, and you let a Utah team with some very athletic guards and some snipers just take advantage of you.
Yep. All right, let's take a quick break. When we come back, we'll talk about the matchup tonight, what the Spurs have to do to get back on track. It's the Morning Huddle on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
How about them Cowboys? We rise as one in Texas, sporting handed-down silver and blue jerseys. We come together for America's team every time they take the field. So let's share a round of Jim Beam and lemonade on game day together, because people are good for you, especially for us in Cowboys country. Presented by Jim Beam, bringing fans together across Cowboys country. 40% alcohol by volume. Copyright 2024, James B. Beam Distilling Company, Claremont, Kentucky. Drink smart.
This college football season, the Crunch Time Hero of the Week is brought to you by PorkRinds.com, the nation's premier hub for pork rind lovers everywhere. Each week, a college player will post on Instagram, and each share over a 2-week period equals a $1 donation to the Archer Foundation, which helps families who are dealing with DIPG, DMG, pediatric brain cancer. Giving back with the perfect snack to celebrate those big Crunch Time plays. Find your rind at PorkRinds.com or find Southern Recipe pork rinds at H-E-B.
Flight by Yingling is the next generation of light beer. For those who don't follow trends, but craft them. Flight by Yingling is 12 ounces of uncompromised refreshment from America's oldest brewery. With only 2.6 grams of carbs and 95 calories, this is premium refreshment 6 generations in the making. Don't just raise a glass, raise the bar. Flight by Yingling. Available wherever beer is sold. DG Yingling & Son Incorporated, Pottsville, Pennsylvania. Please enjoy responsibly.
At Straight Talk, we get it. You say no a lot.
Mom, can I get a tarantula?
No.
Coffee?
No. So we're giving you more reasons to say yes, like a free 5G phone with real unlimited data with select plan activation.
Can I use the free phone?
Yes. See? Doesn't it feel good to say yes to more?
Absolutely. Face tattoo?
Absolutely not. Available at straighttalk.com and Walmart. Taxes and fees apply. In-store activation of Gold Unlimited plan or higher required. For network management practices, visit straighttalk.com.
Texting enrolls you into recurring automated text messages. Consent not required to purchase. Message and data rates may apply.
Man, I love seeing the old gang at these reunions. Did you see Brian? He's in better shape than he was 25 years ago. How is that even possible? Yep, I ran into him a few weeks ago and had to ask. He told me he started taking Nugenix Total T2. The testosterone booster? Yeah, but it's way more than that now. It also skyrockets your nitric oxide in as little as 3 hours. I started taking it right away, and I'm already seeing results. I was wondering what you were doing. You seriously crushed me in that pickup game last week. Yep, after 40, energy, strength, drive, it all starts going downhill. But with T2, I feel like my old self again. Stronger, leaner, and my energy is way up. My wife even noticed a difference. They're giving out complimentary bottles right now. Just send them a text.
Text ROCK to 321-321 for your complimentary bottle of new Nugenix Total T2. Text now and you'll also get a free bottle of Nugenix Thermo X, our most powerful fat incinerator. That's ROCK to 321-321.
These statements have not been evaluated by the FDA. Product not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
The Gomez Law Firm is San Antonio's leader in personal injury law, and we have Jose with the Gomez Law Firm here with us to share more.
Number one priority is to let the people know that we are a law firm that's been part of this community for 50 years. Mr. Gomez, he's been a practicing attorney here since 1973. He's born and raised here in San Antonio, done nothing but help out personal injury victims. It's very important that we get that out to the San Antonio community because a lot of these attorneys like to come in here and act like they're from here, but you know, they're all out-of-towners. They don't know what goes on here. If you've been injured, if you've been involved in an accident, you've been involved in a car wreck, call the Gomez Law Firm. We've been around for almost 50 years. And we're not going anywhere.
If you or your family have been injured in an accident or hit by a company vehicle, you need to visit joegomezlaw.com. Call the Gomez Law Firm at 736-4040.
And remember, Gomez Law fights.
Whether it's day or night, hot flashes due to menopause can be unpredictable. That's why there's Veoza, a prescription treatment proven to reduce the number and severity of hot flashes day and night that can start working in as early as 1 week. Based on clinical studies measuring efficacy at 4 and 12 weeks, individual results may vary. Talk to your healthcare provider about what this may mean for you. For moderate to severe vasomotor symptoms or hot flashes and night sweats due to menopause, Veoza can cause serious side effects, including liver problems. Your doctor will do blood tests before and during treatment. Stop Veoza and call your doctor if you have symptoms of liver problems, such as feeling more tired than usual, decreased appetite, nausea, vomiting, itching, yellowing of the eyes or skin, pale stool, dark urine, or stomach pain. Don't use Veoza if you have cirrhosis, severe kidney problems, kidney failure, or take CYP1A2 inhibitors. Ask your doctor about Veoza. To learn more, call 1-866-239-1637 or go to Veoza.
All right. Happy Monday. It's the Morning Huddle, 94.1, 650. Spurs back in action tonight against no way to put it other than a disappointing Cleveland Cavaliers team. Team that I think a lot of us thought were like primed to contend in the Eastern Conference.
And they still will.
17-16 on the season. Just been meh.
Yeah, they're finding their way, but
a lot of it's health related, obviously. But
they're still a threat, man. They're going to be here at the end. They're too big, too talented. And you got Donovan. You're going to be in it.
What are the problems that
They're
they
huge.
could present?
They're huge. I mean,
which is usually a huge advantage for San Antonio against most teams.
You're right, but now when you're talking about Mobley and Jared Allen, I assume both of them are going to be playing. That's a gigantic front line they roll out. So the Spurs are going to have to be prepared to, well, first and foremost, make some shots because getting an offensive rebound is not going to be easy against this team. So you're going to have to shoot better. And be prepared to for every one of these bigs to play. I bet we'll see a little bit of Bismack and a little bit of Olynyk too. All four will roll through these big boys. So unless we feel like we can run past them, that'll be De'Aaron Fox and his health.
Yeah, the Cavs have two players listed as out for tonight's game. That's Larry Nance and Max Strus. And the only question on the Spurs side is De'Aaron Fox, that adductor tightness, and also I guess he's also dealing with an illness.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if we don't see him. I knowing the way the Spurs act, unless he decides I'm playing, I don't think they're going to make a decision regarding his health that would involve anything other than rest.
Okay, yeah, I would imagine they go easy with him, especially playing an Eastern Conference team.
And one that they, quite frankly, given the way that they
right now,
played, they should be able
than.
to beat. So, it makes it a little bit easier to sit a guy down like that. But you do want to get that bad taste out of your mouth of losing to a team that's far worse than you. So maybe Darren gets back to work just because that sucked. I hate sitting watching a team beat us that I know I would have helped win.
Yeah, I'd like to see the Spurs have a better defensive game. And that's the other thing that's kind of funny. In a game where De'Aaron was out, your team that was one of their worst defensive showings, which is kind of counter to everything we have in our minds about this team. Is okay, De'Aaron's great for your offense, but he's a liability defensively. He makes your team worse defensively, quite frankly, and a lot of that is pace and things like that.
Yeah, I wouldn't worse. I think he's a good on-ball defender, but he can. I mean, he's just slight. People take advantage of his size. Keontae George should never go off against the Spurs. We have too many strong, tough guards. You know what I mean? So I'm until I see it happen again, I'm going to put this as a one-off. But the interesting part of tonight will be the matchups down low, and do we decide to go small when they go big and try to outrun them? And if we do, we got to watch turnovers and see how Wemby goes and some other stuff that plays into it. Or do we just try to go big with them? So let's slow this game down and let's go punch for punch. It'll be an interesting kind of chess match.
The Cavs are a top 10 team when it comes to forcing turnovers, which to me is kind of that's going to be the focal point for me tonight. Is don't give the ball away all night.
And be careful.
Don't give them those extra possessions.
And they block a lot of shots. They're big, so you get. And they also foul you a lot. So if Dylan can make his free throws, and free throws is one of those things we've been winning despite. That's one of those things that when we lose and you look at the free throw, just the percentages, and De'Aaron. He didn't play, but my goodness, for a guy who goes to the line as much as he does, those free throws are going to start mattering. So some of these things are going to come into play as we get into the Now we're in the doldrums of the year. Now you're in, this is over the next month.
Well, kind of everything after those Thunder wins feels like a,
yes.
Does this game really matter? Like, you can't get into that.
No, and above and beyond that, you got a target. Cleveland's showing up to beat, what in their mind, the best team in the West. I mean, and not only that, you got Wemby and Mobley, or Wemby and Jared Allen, two bigs that are ready to go up against a dude like Wemby and prove that, East Coast basketball kind of stuff. So these are those games that, on paper, great teams win at home. I don't care. But when you're young and your lineup's in flux, you still got a lot of prove-it games.
Yeah. And remember, this is also a team that's already beat you once, Cleveland. So, yeah, I mean, I imagine the Spurs come in and they take this one seriously.
Donovan almost took that Christmas game. Almost by himself.
Yep.
Took that Christmas game.
All right, let's take a break. 1 hour in the books. We got 3 more to go. We got to catch up on Rob's Dallas Cowboys on the other side.
Oh, my Cowboys.
Your Cowboys. It's the Morning Huddle 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
On your ride to work, it's the Morning Huddle with A.J. Hoffman and Rob Thompson, KTFM Floresville.
Awesome Tickets is your personal ticket broker. Big games, big concerts, big events. Need tickets? Stay local and call Awesome Tickets. Stop paying all those crazy fees on ticket apps. Awesome Tickets has your tickets for all the sports, concerts, any city, any event. Avoid the ticket app fees. Since 1994, Awesome Tickets is local and veteran-owned. You deserve Awesome Tickets? Call 210-226-5136 or online at awesometix.com. That's awesometix.com.
Joel, I've invented the perfect exercise machine. It's practical, efficient, and fits in any home. I give you the Row and Go. Ta-da! It's a rowing machine that connects to your toilet, so you can row and...
Stop. Folks, at Quarter Moon Plumbing, Heat, and AC will help homes stay in tip-top shape. Call Quarter Moon 651-5899.
Quarter Moon Plumbing, Heat, and AC, 210-651-5899.
License number M16004, TACLA 141074E.
This report is sponsored by AutoZone. Get in the zone. Starting stronger starts at AutoZone, where they've got battery solutions in the form of free battery testing, free battery charging and replacement, batteries that fit your needs. That's what makes them America's #1 battery destination. Get in the zone. AutoZone.
Let's get this new year started with a brand new RV from the South Texas RV Super Sale. Hundreds of RVs of every type from San Antonio area's best dealers. And free parking thanks to our dealers. Go to SouthTexasRVSupersale.com for details and tickets. January 1st through the 4th at Expo Hall.
Over 3 million Texans struggle with diabetes. They're our neighbors, teachers, doctors and nurses, police officers, and often our family members. Across every walk of life, Texans may be fighting a serious health battle, but there's hope for a cure. Right now, when you make a donation to HelpStopDiabetes.com, Thomas J. Henry will generously match your donation, with all proceeds supporting the American Diabetes Association. Because when we take care of each other, we take care of Texas. Please, make your donation today. Visit HelpStopDiabetes.com.
Jake from State Farm. I just beat my running PR, so I'm celebrating with the Banana Bonanza smoothie.
Hey, and you can keep celebrating when you create an affordable price just for you by bundling your home and auto with the State Farm Personal Price Plan. Go bananas.
I will. Hey, make it a large.
Bundling, just another way to save with the Personal Price Plan. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Prices are based on rating plans that vary by state. Coverage options are selected by the customer. Availability, amount of discounts and savings, and eligibility vary by state.
Running a business means wearing multiple hats. So if you're like me, you probably started out using your personal phone, taking client calls and texts nonstop. As my business grew, I needed something smarter. That's when I switched to Quo, the #1 business phone system. Quo works right on your phone or computer. No carrying 2 phones, no clunky landline, just one easy app you can try for free. Your team can share one number and handle calls and texts together like a shared inbox. Any teammate can jump into the conversation so customers get faster responses. And Quo's AI assistant summarizes your calls and responds to customers 24/7, so you never miss a lead or opportunity. All this starts at just $15 a month. That's basically 2 coffees. You can even keep your current business phone number. Find out why 90,000 businesses trust Quo. No missed calls, no missed customers. Try Quo for free at quo.com/sports. That's quo.com/sports to try Quo free. QUO.com/SPORTS.
Actual price will depend on product and subscription plan. Featured products are compounded drug products, which the FDA does not approve or verify for safety, effectiveness, or quality. Prescription products require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. See website for details, restrictions, and important safety information.
Want a boost in and out of the bedroom? Hims has you covered. Introducing a new 2-in-1 approach to level up your game. Tadalafil for better bedroom performance and zinc for testosterone support. Turn things all the way up and find affordable treatment options at up to 95% less than brand names at hims.com/joy. That's hims.com/joy.
Whether it's day or night, hot flashes due to menopause can be unpredictable. That's why there's Veoza, a prescription treatment proven to reduce the number and severity of hot flashes day and night that can start working in as early as 1 week. Based on clinical studies measuring efficacy at 4 and 12 weeks, individual results may vary. Talk to your healthcare provider about what this may mean for you. For moderate to severe vasomotor symptoms or hot flashes and night sweats due to menopause, Veoza can cause serious side effects, including liver problems. Your doctor will do blood tests before and during treatment. Stop Veoza and call your doctor if you have symptoms of liver problems, such as feeling more tired than usual, decreased appetite, nausea, vomiting, itching, yellowing of the eyes or skin, pale stool, dark urine, or stomach pain. Don't use Veoza if you have cirrhosis, severe kidney problems, kidney failure, or take CYP1A2 inhibitors. Ask your doctor about Veoza. To learn more, call 1-866-239-1637 or go to Veoza.com. That's VEOZAH.com. Paid for by Stellus Pharma.
Sports Center is brought to you by Buyers Barricades, the Texas Authority in Barricade Rental. BuyersBarricades.com.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star traffic from News Talk 550 KTSA.
Good morning. No major incidents as you head into your morning commute. Your travel time, 1604 west on I-10 to 281. That's about 20 minutes. On 35 northbound Loop 410 up to 1604, 5-6 minutes. I-10 eastbound, no delays from Loop 410 on over to 35. And on I-10 eastbound from 410 to 1604, that's 5-6 minutes. Again, everything rolling at posted speeds. I'm Debbie Alcacer, KTSA Time Saver Traffic.
San Antonio's Sports Center.
In the NBA, the San Antonio Spurs are looking to bounce back from Saturday's loss to the Jazz tonight as they welcome the Cleveland Cavaliers to town. Tip-off at the Frost Bank Center set for 7 o'clock. In the NFL, the Houston Texans win streak currently sits at 8 in a row after beating the Chargers in L.A. Saturday and clinching a postseason berth in the process. The Cowboys beat the Commanders over Christmas and now close out the season with the Giants in New York on Sunday. In other Dallas Cowboy news, Pro Football Talk's Mike Florio says the Vikings defensive coordinator Brian Flores is in play to become the Cowboys' next defensive coordinator. Finally, the UTSA Roadrunners capped their season with a win in the First Responders Bowl, a 57-20 demolishing the Florida International on Friday night. I'm Rob Thompson for 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
From the studios of San Antonio Sports Star, reaching more sports fans than any station in South Texas. Welcome to the Morning Huddle with A.J. Hoffman and Rob Thompson. This is 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Hey, 7:03 on the Morning Huddle, 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in.
Wonder how many people are going back to work today?
I would imagine a good amount.
Fair amount. But then you get to, you can 2 for 1 it.
There's a couple people who didn't want us to have any days off. They were, we got to take a day off.
That sounds like one of our bosses, one of our suits.
I know. And they would just want you to work like it's just
slave driving. Just beat you to death, just work you to death.
Keep going, keep breaking
Fight the
rocks.
man. Fight the man. That's what we do.
I know it, man. Well, a couple things have happened in the world of the Dallas Cowboys since we last spoke.
They firmed up their vacation plans.
Christmas Day, got a win.
Yeah.
It went on the road, got a win. Yeah. Too little, too late, though.
Yeah.
What's done is done. The Cowboys eliminated from playoff contention while we were gone. They do have one game left. That is this Sunday at the New York Football Giants to wrap up the season. The Giants coming off a dominant victory over the Las Vegas Raiders.
They put Geno out to pasture.
Who the Raiders swear up and down they're not tanking.
Geno's ankle. Ow, my ankle's hurt.
But some news around Dallas, including It's funny. I still always want to say some news around Valley Ranch.
I know, for 30 years.
I know, it's just not.
I wonder what Valley Ranch became. I wonder what that whole facility is now.
It's a good question.
Because if you never went to Valley Ranch, it was right in the middle of a neighborhood. At first it wasn't there. Then they built this whole neighborhood around where the Cowboys practice.
Yeah.
I wonder what
I don't know what it's become. Yeah. I mean, I imagine there's some houses where you can go get Coke and a stripper in the middle of the day if you want.
White House
at least one.
Yeah.
But the scuttlebutt now is Cowboys maybe kicking the tires on a new defensive coordinator.
Well, that's happening. We know that. Now we're hearing names.
Yeah, Brian Flores' name has been brought up.
I'm all in on that one.
I'm way for that. I've said before, I think Brian Flores is, quite frankly, a genius. I think Brian Flores it's almost a crime that he's not a head coach. I think that he's been...
Don't sue the league.
Yeah, I think he's just kind of blackballed, for lack of a better term.
Well, if you get Jerry on your side, that helps with the rest of the league. And to get him to Dallas, it's going to cost. I mean, Jerry's going to have to spend some money to get him there, and he probably will get named something like assistant head coach or something to that extent. But, man, if you're going to swing for the fences, Jerry, this is a good get. Watching the Aaron Glenn interview post-ass whipping yesterday, I thought, Aaron, maybe come back to Texas. Maybe once they fire you, come back and do what you're good at. And we'll certainly names are going to pop around, but I had no idea that Flores would be the one that would be leading at least at the quarter pole. Jerry, if this is the case, you better hire him on Tuesday.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? On Tuesday of next week, because somebody else will.
Yeah, no doubt. The other, now this isn't, I don't know that this is how confirmed this is, but I know right now that the strife going on in Las Vegas is real with Max Crosby. And Max Crosby left the facility I guess it was Thursday. And finally they were like, dude, you're not playing on Sunday. So then he shows up back at the facility pissed off. I would imagine that Max Crosby and the Raiders are not long for each other at this point.
Do you think?
I do.
It seems very Raider. Sounds like a Raider family problem. I can't imagine how much is a Crosby worth.
I mean, less than a Micah.
Yeah.
So whatever.
Is he less than a Micah?
Yeah.
Maybe a little less.
I mean, it's not like way less, but also, I mean, who knows? He might be better. We put him around some other decent defenders.
Shoot, he's a top 10 dude, man. He's one of those
the
game
real
changers.
Deal. But I also, he's also older than Micah, is why I say he would cost less than a Micah. But no, to me, the Cowboys need to start making phone calls.
I think. Do you hire your DC first and then make your decisions, or do you make your decision?
Maybe so, especially if you're going after a guy like Flores, who blitz packages and things like that are so important. He wants to have the guys that that he needs. But I don't think there's a defensive coordinator in the world that would go like, Max Crosby, just not for me.
I can't figure out how to use him.
Game-wrecking pass rusher, not my thing.
But I can say this about the Raiders: there's only one Raider on your team, and his name is Max Crosby. You know what I mean? There's really only one Raider. I mean, everybody else seems like a passing fancy, but you got a Raider. You got a Raider that could have played 20 years ago, could have played 10 years ago, should be playing now, and should be in the annals of all-time Raider. And
I mean, Brock Bowers looks like a 45-year-old Boy Scout.
And Brock's certainly there, but when you talk about Raider, I can't imagine Mark Davis going, we're going to trade him, even though, God, they need to. They need talent. I mean, if you're going to ever win, you just can't afford to keep a guy like him around.
But if I'm the Cowboys, I'm immediately interested in this.
And it'll cost, but man, because he's a proven commodity, and he's a guy that wants a Super Bowl. He wants to go win, and there's no questioning what he can do. We know what he can do on a bad football team. He can dominate a side of the ball. So you make the pick, but what is it? You make the deal, I'm sure, but it won't come cheap, and it'll certainly cost you your first round draft pick.
But also he's the kind of guy who clearly is going to be a malcontent at times, particularly when the team is losing. But I don't know if the losing the Cowboys are doing right now would make him as crazy as what the Raiders are doing.
I think it's
the Raiders. It just feels like a hopeless place to be.
And we're used to guys like Max Crosby who hate to lose. That Jerry loves those guys. You can be a malcontent as long as you're malcontenting about the right things.
Yeah, I think that I think this would be a great.
It sounds like wishful thinking, but it's not outrageous to think that the Cowboys and the Raiders make a deal. Jerry and Mark Davis are very much close. They've always been close. They have the same kind of mindset, and I think each would be willing to do each other a solid. If the deal's close, the deal will get done because they have a mutual kind of thing. So this isn't an outlandish Dallas Cowboys think they can go get anybody they want. I do think that if there was a potential deal to be made, I think the Cowboys could make it.
A lot of talk about Estrada and Vince both saying Flores not a head coach.
No,
he failed as a head coach in Miami. He didn't fail as he had 3 seasons in Miami. 2 of them he had a winning record. His last 2, he got fired because he didn't want to tank. He didn't want to lose games. No, I don't think that he's a failed head coach.
He's a very unique personality without me saying he's a jerk.
He's not an easy guy to work with, but you know what? The best head coach in the history of the NFL is Bill Belichick, who's probably
I'm not saying that he's not hireable. I'm just saying there's some places that he would be much more appropriate for than others. He can't coach every team, but there's some owners and some teams that need what he would bring. And if I'm Tennessee, I'd pay what he's available. If I'm a young team, if I'm Arizona and I hear Brian Flores is available, that's the kind of guy that brings a mentality to a team. You might not win a whole bunch of football games early, but your mentality, what a team is, will be very different under Brian Flores than any other coach. You're going to be a tough, hard-nosed football team.
Yeah, what's funny is yesterday I was driving a little bit in the early window games, and I was listening to the Arizona Cardinals game. And obviously, this has been a disastrous season. And obviously, they got their ass kicked yesterday. But you hear their radio guys talk about how bright the future is with Jonathan Gannon, even though they have no idea who their quarterback is going to be next year. Right. But they're like, the Cardinals are all in on Jonathan Gannon.
Good.
We'll see.
We'll see. Good. I just know that there's a place for a Brian Flores to be a head coach. I think he could be a DC on every team in the NFL. I think he could be a head coach of about 5 teams. You know what I mean? He's that good of a defensive coordinator. People pay through the nose, but you bring him in, you bring Brian Flores in to change your franchise's direction.
Yeah. No, I think that'd be a great move for the Cowboys. A great move. As the Cowboys play out the string here, I don't know. I would imagine I know Brian Schottenheimer said that he wants to give them the best chance to win games, and I think he kind of proved it by going out and playing Dak last week.
You think we'll see that again?
It's hard for me to imagine.
Man, you can play possum all you want. If you roll Dak out in this game, you're a fool. Unless he ain't chasing nothing. There's no stat. Now, there might be some I don't know what bonuses are sitting out there, and that certainly is going to play into it. I can't wait to talk to him on Friday and find out how much do you have a list of players that are need 8 catches, need 5 tackles, need X, Y, and Z to go get a bonus? Do you know that going in? I would think
imagine he
a
knows.
Good coach would know. And if there's nothing riding on this other than meaningless stats, dude, it's almost malpractice to go play him. It really is.
I don't need to see well, here's the thing. If you want to roll out George Pickens and Javonte Williams, guys who are on the last year of their time with you, and maybe you bring them back, maybe you don't, I don't know, but you don't owe them money for next year, okay. Dak Prescott and CeeDee Lamb, who you already owe money next year, they shouldn't even be they shouldn't have helmets.
Yeah, Javonte, same way, man. You've had a hell of a year. Congratulations. You were going to be the Cowboys running back for a couple of years. We don't need you this week.
Yeah, I wouldn't play Javonte, especially, he got hurt last week.
Yes.
He seems like he's been banged up. I'd probably sit him out. But, yeah, anybody who's under contract, no, you're good, man. Go sit, especially if you're making any kind of money. Go sit down for a little while.
Sucks when you come to this, but these are the kind of things that you got to go through and you don't want your fans to, you won a football game. It felt good to win that game.
Yeah.
It did. You beat a rival on the road. It felt pretty good. And you don't want it to end on a sour note, but you play anybody behind the starters, you're probably going to lose this game.
Well, and also See what you've got in guys like Joe Milton. Like,
there's that.
Do you need a new backup quarterback next season? What are some things that you need? It's who is capable of being a number 3 wide receiver next year?
Those little things. Yeah, I'm down. But if you let Dak talk you into it, it's just not for the good of anybody.
I agree.
Really isn't.
I agree. I would imagine they play it safe with those guys. All right, let's take a break. When we come back, we'll take a look around the rest of the NFL, everything that went down this week. It is the Morning Huddle on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. Guys, football season, we're running out of time. We got to get down on these football games, and the best place to do it is at Underdog. Plus, with Underdog Unwrapped, you're going to unwrap tons of promos all throughout the holidays. We've got boosts, gimme picks, deal reveals, and even some surprises sprinkled in. Now is the best time to get in the game. You can make your picks and win money right now here in Texas, and playing Underdog so easy. You pick your favorite players, or they can go higher or lower on their stats. It's as simple as that. For me, I'm on Josh Allen rushing yards. I like higher. It's that time of year, a little cold. We got to take over the game. Who do you trust more than Josh? Guys, it's simple to play. Download the app, use promo code Alamo. $75 in bonus entries when you play your first $5 with promo code Alamo. Underdog. Make picks, win money. Must be 18 plus and present in Texas. Terms apply. See assets.underdogfantasy.com/web/play and get terms _DFS_.html for details. Concerned with your play? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit www.ncpgambling.org.
The following is a dramatization.
Davis Law Firm, how can I help?
Hola, mi esposo se lastimó en un accidente ayer. ¿Me puede ayudar?
Claro que sí. Estamos aquí para servirle.
I'm Jeff Davis. At Davis Law Firm, we're here for you 24/7. Our team of Texas attorneys has been helping people injured in car, truck, or 18-wheeler wrecks for more than 25 years. And there's no fee unless we win. Y hablamos español. If you've been hurt, call us at 444-4444.
Davis Law Firm, San Antonio.
Texting enrolls you into recurring automated text messages. Consent not required to purchase. Message and data rates may apply.
Man, I love seeing the old gang at these reunions. Did you see Brian? He's in better shape than he was 25 years ago. How is that even possible? Yep, I ran into him a few weeks ago and had to ask. He told me he started taking Nugenix Total T2. The testosterone booster? Yeah, but it's way more than that now. It also skyrockets your nitric oxide in as little as 3 hours. I started taking it right away and I'm already seeing results. I was wondering what you were doing. You seriously crushed me in that pickup game last week. Yep, after 40, energy, strength, drive, it all starts going downhill. But with T2, I feel like my old self again. Stronger, leaner, and my energy is way up. My wife even noticed a difference. They're giving out complimentary bottles right now. Just send them a text.
Text CAR to 321-321 for your complimentary bottle of new Nugenix Total T2. Text now and you'll also get a free bottle of Nugenix Thermo X, our most powerful fat incinerator. That's CAR to 321-321. These statements have not been evaluated by the FDA. Product not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
Lowest prices, biggest selection. Lowest prices, biggest selection. At Mr. W Fireworks, we have always offered the lowest prices on fireworks. And we always will. We never charge additional hidden fees, and we always price our fireworks more than 50% less than the other guys. When you shop at Mr. W Fireworks, you can be sure you are getting the lowest prices around. And the biggest selection. Look for the big W on our sign. Or visit MrWFireworks.com to find a location near you. Happy New Year!
Hi, I'm Michael from the Warren Treaty. You know the jingle. Now discover the facts about Ozempic, a GLP-1. Only Novo Nordisk makes FDA-approved Ozempic. Learn about the real thing.
Talk to your healthcare professional today. Call 1-833-OZEMPIC or visit Ozempic.com to view the medication guide and to learn more about Ozempic. Semaglutide injection 0.5 milligram, 1 milligram, and 2 milligrams.
Everybody loves the season of giving, but now the season of paying for it is upon us. That not-so-wonderful time of the year when millions of Americans open their credit card statements, stare in horror at the balance, and resolve then and there to find new ways to save money. If you're among those Americans, why not start by cutting your wireless bill in half right now with Pure Talk's Saver Plan? It's easy. You'll get unlimited talk, text, and 3 gigs of high-speed data on a super-fast, nationwide 5G network for just $20 a month. Just dial pound 250, say Mike Rowe, and you'll save an additional 50% off your first month. Ho, ho, ho! And if you're active or former military or a first responder, you'll save an additional 20% every single month. That's pound 250. Say Mike Rowe for the gift that keeps on saving from America's wireless company. Pure Talk.
Pork rinds are the crunch time hero of the snack aisle. Low carb, collagen packed, and high in protein, so you can keep the energy high without the guilt. The porkrinds.com Instagram will make a crunch time donation with each share of the Crunch Time Hero College Football Post, with each share equaling a $1 donation to the Archer Foundation, a nonprofit dedicated to helping families dealing with DIPG, DMG, pediatric brain cancer. Share on Instagram today and grab yourself a bag of Southern Recipe pork rinds at HEB.
You're listening to the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson.
All right, 7:20 on the Morning Huddle, 94.1. Good morning, everybody. Hey now. Yeah. Hope everybody had a good holiday. Glad to have you back here. Glad to be back here. Some of us are. I don't know about Rob. I'm glad to be back here. Back in the saddle.
Present company.
See what else happened over the over this last week in the NFL. On Christmas Day, obviously, the Cowboys got their win. The Vikings smacked the Lions.
There's cancer in Detroit.
The Lions now eliminated.
Yeah, there was a cancer.
Who would have thought that? I mean, the Lions and Vikings, who dominated this division last year, now it's the Packers and Bears fighting for it. Odd spin in the NFC North. So I don't know what's going on with the Lions. I know what was going on with them on Christmas was Jared Goff was not good.
And I think at the end, they're going to draft a quarterback.
You think so?
Yeah.
Maybe so.
It's winding down.
Maybe so. And then the Broncos struggle a little bit with the diminished Kansas City Chiefs.
Yeah, but that was the heart of a champion. That's a good win.
Get a 20-13 win. I bet on the Chiefs. They're plus 14.5. I don't care who's playing quarterback for.
Yeah.
Bo Nix isn't beating teams by 14.5 points.
They were scarier with that. Not scarier, but when they knew they didn't have Mahomes, it meant everybody else was going to have to step up, and they played hard. I mean, they
tried
champions.
hard. Yeah, their roster is garbage.
Yeah. So here we sit, and I don't look at it. I think Denver proved something to themselves. That was a good win against a team that was, fighting for.
Where
just
are you
pride.
at on Denver now?
Their defense is so good, and
can Denver win a Super Bowl?
Yes, because Bo Nix isn't going to lose a game for you. He might not be able to win it, but he ain't going to lose it, and that's 80% of the battle. They're not Seattle. They're not New England. They're not the cream of the crop. But I put them right there with Jacksonville for different reasons. I don't want to play them there because they're not going to beat each other. They're not going to beat themselves. Jacksonville more likely, but right now the way they're playing defense and running the football, they found the formula that quite frankly, Denver's been playing with all year. They're just, you got to go beat them. And you going into Denver to beat them is going to be tough, man. Tough.
I mean, I thought that too, but then I saw Jacksonville go in there and stomp a hole in their ass.
That's the other thing with Jacksonville. I think that game proved a lot to me because they do what it takes to win in the playoffs. They run into football. They're not turning it over, and they're stopping you.
I'm having such a hard time taking any of these AFC teams seriously.
Are they all good or just average? I don't know.
I don't think there's one really good team in the AFC. Not one.
No, I agree. There's not a really good team, but there are three teams when things are even, they can beat you. They're not going to run away from you, but they can do just enough to beat you. And Denver's on the top of that list. Now, like I said, they're not Seattle. They're not the Rams. I'm talking about a lot of NFC teams, but they're good enough to beat you. And to me, we're going to have at least one upset in that first round. We will.
Oh, almost certainly.
We will. Yeah, it's too even.
Well, and I also, the teams that are sitting in the wild card spots right now in the AFC.
Are the
Bills, the Chargers, and the Texans. Those are if you said line up the quarterbacks in order of how much you trust them, I probably put Drake May in this before some of these guys, but Allen, Herbert, and Stroud are 3 of the top 4.
Playing well. All 3 of them on a heater. All of them playing good. I like the averageness of the AFC because truly I don't know what's going to happen. And Buffalo should right the ship, you'd think, and win a roadie. And, if they can win a roadie against one and get a home game late, they might be able to get there just because they know what they need to do. The other 4 AFC or 3 AFC teams that I think, like New England, I don't know what to expect from them because
you can't, because they've done nothing but dominate school for the blind. Like they have run through like the softest schedule in the NFL, which I mean it's better than not running through it.
And they look good.
They look good, but how are they going to look against playoff competition?
Even with the Buffalo loss yesterday, even with it. And even with that impressive Baltimore win, I don't
even know Baltimore's going to make the playoffs.
I know, but, they could win their division, and still be just as frightening. I still, at the end of the day, think Buffalo has everything required if they can get just a little healthier. You don't need to be 100%.
Well,
you haven't been all year.
I wouldn't expect to see Josh play this week. I think he's going to sit out and get it right. There was clearly something wrong with him in that game. And Josh was like, "Oh, I'm fine." And then he went and he went into the X-ray room. So I would imagine he sits out.
And
but
that game, Philly, and I know that what was the stat? 5 yards passing in the first half or something like that. What was
second
it?
half.
Second half.
Well, they had 0 yards passing.
0.
Yeah, didn't complete a pass in the second half.
Unbelievable. And even with that, that's as good as Philly can play. I mean, the rain took 20 points off the score. It did. I mean, the rain, that was awful. I'd rather play in the snow. But Philly played a really good football team in devastating circumstances and did the right things. And, in hindsight, I'm not mad at going for 2 because I'd wanted to go home too. We're going to be playoffs on the road no matter what. So let's just try to get out of here. In hindsight, you kick the extra point, you hope you can clear that line and get an extra point, and you probably win that game.
Here's where I was on that. At the time, I really wanted them to kick the extra point and go to overtime because, I thought the Eagles' defense was gassed.
They probably were.
I thought – I feel like the Bills had the better quarterback, and the Bills had all the momentum. So I would have said in overtime, I would have felt like the Bills had a good chance. But –
the manual says you kick and you're at home. You use your home field and go win the football game. But I get the storms, and my kicker just missed a field goal. No, we're going for it.
I also saw the play that they ran, and they got exactly what they wanted, and Josh Allen just missed a throw.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, if the best player in the world is if you've got a chance to let him make a play and he takes that chance and misses, I guess you live with that.
What is it about Buffalo that gets them here? What are they missing? And injuries be damned. I know they're hurt. The defense is banged up, and they're never going to be healthy. But if you could say, this is the one thing I'll fix about Buffalo to make me feel a whole lot more comfortable about a Super Bowl appearance, what is it?
I mean, the ability to stop the run.
So it's health.
Yeah.
Because I think healthy,
it's not just health. Even when they're healthy, they're not. I mean, they're a mid-level defense at best. But also, I think they need to go out and get a real threat at wide receiver.
Yeah, I
because I love the strategy of having all the tight ends in and making other teams go heavy on defense and then letting Josh
work. That's why I'm like, I don't know how badly you need wide receivers.
But when
with
Kincaid's
those 2 tight
out,
ends.
Like yesterday, you're very limited, man, and it's cool finding Brandon Cooks on the trash pile and getting him out and having him do any great catch yesterday, but that's not real. Like, you need to go out and get a real top tier wide receiver. It doesn't have to be a like one of the 5 best guys in the league, but you need a guy who is.
You need to go get a Jordy Nelson.
You need to have a guy that people are like, oh, we got to take care of that guy. We got to be on that guy.
And
the Bills don't have that.
That's the one little thing. I really did think, despite the passing numbers and all that, Philly played an inspired football game. They came in with a game plan that was effective, that was appropriate for the weather, and played a heck of a game.
Jalen Carter's an absolute monster.
Yeah, so I'm not as mad at Buffalo for losing at home as maybe I should be, but because I know how good Philadelphia played, and like you said, that missed pass and the blocked field goal, all that stuff that kind of played into a loss at home. I still like just because of Josh Allen, just about more than anybody in the AFC, I still feel like at the end of the day they're going to be playing, and they're going to have to go down the road to do it. But that if there's one team that can do it, it's they've got the MVP that can.
Well, we now know the last game that will be played this season is going to be Pittsburgh and Baltimore, and it's essentially a playoff game. The winner moves on, loser goes home. The Ravens made sure of that on Saturday. They beat the Packers in Green Bay 41-24 with a backup quarterback
and a battering ram.
And quite frankly, Malik Willis for Green Bay played about as well as he could have played. I mean, he was 18 of 21, 288 yards. He had a passing touchdown, 2 rushing touchdowns from a backup quarterback. That's amazing. And they still got their ass kicked because there was no answer for Derrick Henry. And without Lamar on the field, they were forced to go back to being the old Ravens. And if I'm Harbaugh, I got to look at this and go, man, we gave Derrick Henry the ball 36 times. He ran for 216 yards and 4 touchdowns. It's really hard for me to not want to do that again and again and again.
He has forgotten about him before. I mean, there's a reason we hadn't talked about him in a month. I mean, wasn't there a game where it literally didn't get the ball in the fourth quarter? It was the last game they played.
Yeah.
They didn't give him the ball in the fourth quarter after having a stellar first. You wonder, the Lamar effect when he gets healthy. What do you go back to the Lamar offense, or do you go with what actually freaking works in the playoffs? And it's that.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what the Ravens do and now I'm hearing all these things about maybe maybe the Ravens are going to move on from Lamar Jackson,
I would.
Would you?
Yep. It's time to turn the page, man.
Wow.
Because his best days are done. He still has some good years left, but what you built your team for, that's gone, man. For whatever reason.
I mean, you've got to hit total reset if you're moving on from Lamar.
You kind of do. But, no better time to go total reset than right now, because a lot of teams need to hit a total reset in the AFC. So now's the time.
That's a tough question for me, man. Guys like Lamar don't show up very often.
So expensive. Obviously, you're going to make another team a lot better. I'm not saying he's washed, but at what point is it diminishing returns? At what point is it, okay, for him to continue to be successful, do I have to spend a whole bunch of money on wide receivers? Am I going to have to do something else and then pay him? I just think if I'm Baltimore.
I mean, that's what they're doing in Cincinnati.
And look where it got them.
Yeah.
So Lamar's that much older and such a unique player that he needs a very unique circumstance, it feels like, because
he's also a multiple-time MVP.
He's degraded,
and
though.
Could have won the MVP last year.
He could have, but that was again, this is not the same dude. And I don't know if maybe it's just the relationship with Harbaugh. Maybe that's the thing that needs to change, but right now, one or the other probably needs to be gone in the next couple of years. And Harbaugh, to me, is a franchise kind of coach that it'd be very difficult for me to make that decision over a player that might not be here for another 3 years.
The Texans get a 20-16 win over the Chargers in L.A.
Huge win. Huge win.
It helped that they got out to such an early their offense did basically everything they needed to do in the first 2 drives. They put up 14 points in it felt like 6 minutes, and then kind of coasted the rest of the way.
I didn't think they had it in them.
I didn't either. I mean, if you told me there was going to be 36 points scored in this game, I would have said, man, the Texans are probably in trouble just because I don't trust their offense. And their offense wasn't particularly good, especially after the first 2 drives. It wasn't good at all. But their defense continues to put them in the position to win games. The Chargers, I don't know what to make of these Chargers. I know that it's almost impossible to win when you've got nobody protecting your quarterback. And Justin Herbert's under duress the entire game. That can't work in the playoffs, but I don't want to say. I mean, Harbaugh's obviously a guy who we know can go out and do something. We know that this is a legitimate coach. They've got a legitimate quarterback. They've got the things they've got a really good defense. They've got all the things you need except a way to protect their guy. And I just think at some point that's going to bite them. It bit them this time. That's why and now it bit them against a playoff caliber team. I think this is what the Chargers are. This is a team that they are good enough to overcome their problems against bad teams. Against playoff caliber teams, it's just going to be too much for them.
At what point do we start talking about wasting Herbert? At what point do we get to he's the Phillip Rivers of the NFL? I mean, my gosh, at what point? I'm starting to, as much as I look at Lamar going, you still got some, maybe it shouldn't be some of that used there, maybe someplace else. At what point does Herbert go, free me, man? Get me someplace where I'm tired of this.
Well, I mean, he's been rotating through offensive coordinators, but it does seem like right now it's hard for him to complain when they're 11-5.
I know.
I know.
Like that was such a kick in the nuts. That was the game they really needed to win. It was they were so evenly matched. To me, they were the same team kind of with a style that they'd gotten good at. They'd figured out how to win football games, and to get pantsed at home early, like let Houston jump out on you like that. That's just really tough, man.
All right, we'll kick around the rest of Week 17 on the other side. It is the Morning Huddle 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Bluebonnet Bunkin' Biscuit has been the destination for so many people over the holidays, and the holidays aren't done. And I do want to remind everybody that come Wednesday night on the New Year's Eve, when the fireworks are going off, you might want to send your pets over to a place where they're going to be taken care of and not going to be around all those fireworks. And Bluebonnet Bunkin' Biscuit has 17,000 square feet of space, indoor, quiet area without the fireworks going off all around them. It'll make for a much calmer night, especially if you're going to be out all night long. You want to make sure your animals are taken care of and protected and not afraid. I do recommend taking your pets over for a night. Let them have a little resort night while you go out on the New Year's Eve. You're going to have to get a hold of them today to make sure they got the space. So I'm telling you, you're taking care of your pets, and you can go ahead and have your night out and not worry about getting home in time to let the babies out of their kennel or making sure they're not hiding under the bed from all the fireworks. That's just coming up. And as we start the new year and you start your new plans, make sure your babies are taken care of on a regular basis. Maybe it's daycare they need on a regular, just to get the activity and the exercise that they need. And don't forget about all the training and all the grooming that Bluebonnet Bunkin' Biscuit has. They're a hop, skip, and a jump just away from the airport. Easy to get to, right off 35, just next to Gilman. That's Bluebonnet Bunkin' Biscuit, a place for your babies when you're out of town and when you're in. That's where you take your dogs. They're official pet resort of the Morning Huddle. You deserve nothing less. Take your babies over to Bluebonnet Bunkin' Biscuit, and I know you're going to thank me later.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star traffic from News Talk 550 KTSA.
Good morning. As you head into your commute, a new trouble spot on the northwest side, Loop 410 westbound Bandera Road. Get reports of a stall. It's off to the shoulder. Minor wreck at Martin Luther King at South Walters, east side. We've got this ongoing road work on I-10 eastbound Hildebrand to Fulton that's taking up a left lane. And then some road maintenance on 281 northbound Josephine Grayson Street up to St. Mary's. Left lane closed. I'm Debbie Alcacer, KTSA Time Saver Traffic.
This report is sponsored by Straight Talk Wireless. Don't let data limits hold you back from being the gift master in the family group chat. Switch to Straight Talk Wireless and get real unlimited data on Verizon's 5G network. Straight Talk. Available at straighttalk.com or Walmart.
Want to be the block party hero this year? Head to Off Fireworks Megastore, just 2 miles outside 1604 and Petrenko. Get the loudest deals. Buy 2, get 1 free on 500-gram aerials and reloadable artillery shells, plus more. Light it up at Off Fireworks, 13022 Petrenko Road.
For a limited time, get a free K5 reverse osmosis drinking water station when you purchase a Connecticut water softener. Clean, great tasting water at your kitchen sink. Hurry before they're gone.
ConnecticutSA.com.
George gets justice. After an accident, a lot of people think they can't afford a lawyer. They're already stressed, hurting, or maybe out of work, and the last thing they need is a big retainer fee to get help. But here's the truth. At George Salinas Injury Lawyers, you only pay if they win. Real help is within reach. Right now, call 210-225-0909 or visit getgeorge.com. George gets justice. GetGeorge.com. Principal Office, San Antonio.
Uncover the root of your problems and improve the quality of your life. I'm Dr. Torres from the Institute for Functional Health. For more than a decade, we have helped people restore energy, vitality, libido, and drive. Most patients come to us because they feel unheard or stuck. Schedule your Discovery Day. We'll talk about your history, run advanced testing, and build a personalized plan that fits your life. We have helped thousands of people just like you. Call 210-468-1891. I'm Dr. Torres at the Institute for Functional Health. 210-468-1891.
By texting 64,000, you agree to receive recurring automated marketing messages from Real Success. Message and data rates may apply. No purchase required. Terms apply. Available at ourrealsuccess.com.
Do you want to learn how to make money flipping houses and acquiring rental properties right here in San Antonio without using your own money? You'll learn to flip houses and secure rental properties in your spare time to get on track towards real wealth building. We're offering a handful of motivated individuals the opportunity to attend our workshop right here in San Antonio for free. That's right, we'll give you 2 free tickets when you text INVEST to 64,000. San Antonio is the perfect market to flip houses and build rental income. Don't miss this opportunity. Come to a complimentary live 2-hour workshop next week right here in San Antonio and learn how to start making money flipping homes and building long-term wealth with rental properties. To get 2 free tickets, text INVEST to 64,000. Text in the next 10 minutes and registrants will also receive a free copy of our Funding for Deals guide. Text INVEST to 64,000 for 2 complimentary tickets. Text INVEST to 64,000.
Running a business means wearing multiple hats. So if you're like me, you probably started out using your personal phone, taking client calls and texts nonstop. As my business grew, I needed something smarter. That's when I switched to Quo, the #1 business phone system. Quo works right on your phone or computer. No carrying 2 phones, no clunky landline, just one easy app you can try for free. Your team can share one number and handle calls and texts together like a shared inbox. Any teammate can jump into the conversation so customers get faster responses. And Quo's AI assistant summarizes your calls and responds to customers 24/7, so you never miss a lead or opportunity. All this starts at just $15 a month. That's basically 2 coffees. You can even keep your current business phone number. Find out why 90,000 businesses trust Quo. No missed calls, no missed customers. Try Quo for free at quo.com/sports. That's quo.com/sports to try Quo free. QUO.com/SPORTS.
If you love to travel, Capital One has a rewards credit card that's perfect for you. With the Capital One Venture X card, you earn unlimited double miles on everything you buy. Plus, you get premium benefits at a collection of luxury hotels when you book on Capital One Travel. And with Venture X, you get access to over 1,000 airport lounges worldwide. Open up a world of travel possibilities with the Capital One Venture X card. What's in your wallet?
Terms apply. Lounge access is subject to change. See CapitalOne.com for details.
This is Jason Minix. You're listening to 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
On the Morning Huddle. Welcome in, everybody. We're taking a recapping Week 17 of the NFL.
Just been the longest NFL week.
Oh, yeah, it started
on games every day.
Started on Christmas and is wrapping up tonight with the Rams and the Falcons, which we'll get into a little bit later on. Seahawks and the Panthers was a very good game until halftime. The Panthers held them down. It was a 3-3 game going into the half, and then the Seahawks broke loose, put a couple touchdowns in for Zach Charbonnet.
They're good.
Seahawks 27, Panthers 10. I mean, the Seahawks are, I think, as of now, the 1 seed. Obviously,
how hard do you go this week if you're Seattle?
Balls to the wall.
You have to have home field.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. Although, I mean, I say that they're 7-1 away from home.
That's what I'm thinking. But you have to have home field.
Yeah, you want to have home field certainly, and you want to have that bye. You know, this is
they're really, really good. I mean, they're solid in every position, and at wide receiver and running back, they're above solid.
I think defensively they are elite.
They're just. All the teams we're talking about are elite defensively. I mean, all of them are.
I think the one thing that you worry about is Sam Darnold turning into a pumpkin. Like at some point, like
as before,
it just feels like it's almost inevitable.
Yeah, it does, but you know, it has it's big game Sam now. Used to it was the bad game that just came out of nowhere. So at least now he's gotten to the point where they can win when he's having a bad game. He's had a couple 3 interception games that they've won. Now he's got to prove it in a big game. Hopefully, he has to prove it at home. That's the best case scenario for him. But the way they played yesterday, my gosh, that's a solid football team. And the thing about it is, they played through the whistle into the fourth quarter. I mean, this team kept going. They're solid.
The Steelers go to Cleveland, where they just seem to never be able to win. The Browns get a 13-6 win over the Steelers. And they, like I said, they force a playoff game now. The Steelers sit at 9-7. They will play the 8-8 Baltimore Ravens next week for the AFC North Championship, which, I mean, at least if you're going to get two meh teams, at least it's a meaningful game.
Yeah, no, this is exactly what you want, right? Black and blue, Pittsburgh, Baltimore going at it. Both of them with, just slightly above average with some interesting storylines behind it. I mean, we've got 3 games coming up this weekend that are playoff games with plot and drama and everything. We get it a week early.
I don't know how much of this Cleveland-Pittsburgh game you watched. This was maybe the most boring football game in the history of time.
So all I saw was dink and dunks from Shedeur. Yeah, I saw dink and dunks from Shedeur. I didn't see
from both
anything special.
quarterbacks, it was dink and dunks.
Yeah.
And Myles Garrett pointed out that the Steelers were more worried about not letting me get the record than winning the football game, which might have been. Like Aaron Rodgers dinking and dunking that's their game plan every week. It's not like they only do it against Cleveland. That's just what Aaron Rodgers does. That's all he's capable of doing at this point. But an ugly game, and the Browns get the win 13-6. The Jags, with a comeback win over the Colts, man, I felt bad for Big Philly. I thought Phillip Rivers was going to get himself one, and was just too little too late.
Can we be honest? It's dumb.
What's dumb?
Having Phillip Rivers out there is dumb. It's dumb. It's dumb.
I get why they did it.
I'm not mad at them, but it's dumb.
When they did it, it was like a Hail Mary. Like,
it's a good story.
They knew that Riley Leonard wasn't good enough to win them a game. Turns out neither was Phillip Rivers, but I guarantee you Phillip Rivers gave him a better chance in these last few games than Riley Leonard would have.
Sold some tickets, and it was a feel-good story for the NFL, and everybody's happy, but it's dumb.
But you also saw yesterday Phillip Rivers was not good.
He's a statue. He can't escape anything. If you're within 4 yards, you get a sack. It should be two-hand touch with him.
And he just doesn't have the arm to get it down the field anymore.
It's dumb. It's not the kind of product the NFL should be proud to put out on the field. You know what I mean?
But at the same time, they had Jacksonville on the ropes, and Jacksonville is now 12-4, which is mind-blowing. But they are 12-4. They're pretty decent.
Where do you put Sunshine right now?
No, I don't.
He's just still average in your mind?
He's along for the ride.
I think he's an average quarterback who's getting better. My opinion of him hasn't grown like it has for Bo Nix. But I think that he's now a quarterback that, given the right circumstances, can win football games. I'm still afraid he's the kind of quarterback that still has a devastating playoff loss in him. A 2-interception, a defense that he just was not prepared for, kind of jumps his ass early and he just can't overcome it. I still think there's that kind of game floating out there for him.
Let's see. Trevor Lawrence in QBR is 19th in the league.
That's about right.
He sits right between Michael Penix Jr. and Jalen Hurts.
There's other issues with those two. He's certainly rounding into the best form he's ever had with Cohen. I'll give him that. I think that he and his head coach like each other. I think they're on the same wavelength. He's running the ball and confident, and that's that's why they're there, quite frankly. But I think at the end of the day, when they do lose, it'll fall to him.
Yeah, probably so. And speaking of the Buccaneers.
And he's a prime example of when you lose, it'll fall to him, and it falls to Baker.
And this is a weird one because the Buck. If I don't know how much of the Bucs-Dolphins game you watched.
I watched a fair amount because I couldn't believe the score.
Baker Mayfield. If you just say, okay, what were your stats? He had some pretty decent numbers. He put up some big numbers. Now they were a bunch of meaningless, between the 20 stats, but. Something's happened to Baker Mayfield, and it's not just Baker, but the Bucs in general have just collapsed.
They're just old. They feel old and slow and plodding and just.
And you know what? And I laughed when Mike McDaniel said it, but maybe Quinn Ewers does give them a better chance of winning football games. Like, he looked pretty solid yesterday. He's not spectacular.
He's not afraid to take a hit.
He looks like a rookie quarterback, but I mean. You got to find out at some point, and they Probably, they look like they kind of might have something here with him.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, a lot of this might fall to the way Tampa played, but yeah, they might. What I did appreciate about yours is they did have some plays that when you ran with Tua, you knew the ball was going to come out because he wasn't going to run.
Yeah,
you knew that he wasn't going to turn the corner because he couldn't. And at least with yours, when they moved the pocket a little bit, he had some escapability, and you had to account for him in ways that you never had to account for Tua. He doesn't have Tua's arm. He doesn't have Tua's deep game, but at least he does provide a little bit there. I certainly wasn't mad at his performance. My goodness. I mean, that was effective. I just look at Baker Mayfield as a guy who, a lot like I mean, certainly this season has been long, and he's certainly beat up, but he doesn't have enough God-given arm and stuff to make do with less than 85% of Baker. Anything less, there's just not enough there. And he couldn't deliver the ball when he had to, and he made a terrible decision at the end of the game. It was one of those Baker rookie decisions that you're just like, what happened to you? Where did you go 6 weeks ago?
Here is the NFC South, one of the two divisions that haven't had its winner determined yet. Carolina plays Tampa next week, and it's simple. If the Panthers win, it's simple. They win the NFC South. They're the 4 seed. They get a home playoff game against whoever finishes second in the NFC West. So they get to be beheaded publicly on their home field. If the Bucs win, we get into tiebreakers. The Bucs and Panthers would be 1-1, obviously, in their head-to-head, so they'll split. They would both have a 3-3 divisional record. And Tampa would win the third tiebreaker on common opponents. So Tampa would win. So if they win here. However, if the Falcons find a way to win tonight against the Rams, and then they win next week against the Saints, the Falcons would finish 8-9, and then you'd get into a 3-way tie. And in that scenario, Carolina would win because they swept Atlanta. So Carolina is cheering for the Falcons tonight just in case.
I want Carolina to win this thing.
I do too. I don't think anybody has a chance to win a playoff game out of this division.
No, but this is they're due.
But yeah, I do think it's time for and Tampa. They've lost 7 of their last 8 games.
What has happened to them?
I don't want that limping into the playoff. Mm-hmm. I mean, that's gross. It doesn't belong. So, yeah, I'm with you. I'm pulling for Carolina.
And a testament to at least a team stuck it out with a quarterback, benched him, brought him back, and things have improved. They've actually not prolonged the inevitable of having to go find another quarterback. It worked, and that's a rare thing.
The Patriots 42-10 winners over the Jets. Drake May continues to make his case for MVP. It's him or Matt Stafford at this point.
Well, the best player in the NFL right now is Drake May.
He's been phenomenal, but again, has done it against a piss-poor schedule.
Yeah, you're right. But if we just go on numbers, I think that Stafford's going to get it just because there's a lifetime achievement, and he's got the best team. But as far as one guy doing great things, Drake May's doing the greatest things right now.
Man. He has been impressive. 5 more touchdown passes for him. And then the 49ers-Bears, what a great game last night. The first game in NFL history to be tied at 7, tied at 14, tied at 21, tied at 28, and tied at 35.
I didn't know that, but it was the best game of the year on Sunday night.
And it was the first game all season long where both teams have scored 2 touchdowns in the first quarter. So it was
started fast, ended strong.
Really fun game. Both these quarterbacks playing. Brock Purdy, 10 touchdowns in the last 2 weeks. He's on to something.
He's dialed in. And that's Shanahan, man. He's found him something.
Caleb had himself a game last night as well, so up until that last play. And then we had a few games that meant absolutely nothing. Congratulations to the Bengals, 37-14 win over Arizona in a meaningless game. The Saints, 34-26 winners in Tennessee in a meaningless game.
Oh, man.
And the New York Football Giants, 34, the Raiders, 10. The Raiders have moved into the number 1 drafting spot with that loss as they sit at 2-14 now. The Giants said, we ain't tanking. I mean, at least the Giants know.
In it to win it.
The Giants feel like they've got their quarterback. The Raiders, who knows what they're doing? What an absolute train wreck going on. And what's funny is, I don't think of Pete Carroll as a coach that would ever tank. Like, it's not really in his DNA.
He was in tussles yesterday.
He just doesn't. This team is just not good. There's not good players.
But did he make it worse?
No.
You don't think he made things worse?
But he didn't make it better.
Yeah, I don't know what to do with Carroll. I don't blame him for the situation they're in, but I'm not sure he's going to be the guy to get him out of it.
No, you've got a rotten pear, a can of Chef Boyardee ravioli, and no can opener, and you're saying, make me a great meal. And Pete Carroll's like, here you go. Here's smashed pear on served on a can. It's an ugly, ugly thing right now for the Raiders, and I don't see much of a way out of it. All right, let's take a quick break. When we come back, I guess we can take a look. There is a football game tonight. Although, you know what? We'll save that game for a little later. Let's get into some college football because we haven't gotten to talk much college football. We haven't really talked about
playing, aren't they?
Yeah, we haven't talked about any of the playoff games other than the A&M game. We'll talk about those and see what it's set up. It's the Morning Huddle 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
This is 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star, KTFM Floresville.
Ahead of the field and throws it down with a right hand.
Your home for the NBA.
Whether it's day or night, hot flashes due to menopause can be unpredictable. That's why there's Veoza, a prescription treatment proven to reduce the number and severity of hot flashes day and night that can start working in as early as 1 week. Based on clinical studies measuring efficacy at 4 and 12 weeks, individual results may vary. Talk to your healthcare provider about what this may mean for you. For moderate to severe vasomotor symptoms or hot flashes and night sweats due to menopause, Veoza can cause serious side effects, including liver problems. Your doctor will do blood tests before and during treatment. Stop Veoza and call your doctor if you have symptoms of liver problems, such as feeling more tired than usual, decreased appetite, nausea, vomiting, itching, yellowing of the eyes or skin, pale stool, dark urine, or stomach pain. Don't use Veoza if you have cirrhosis, severe kidney problems, kidney failure, or take CYP1A2 inhibitors. Ask your doctor about Veoza. To learn more, call 1-866-239-1637 or go to Veoza.com. That's VEOZAH.com. Paid for by Stellus Pharma.
This report is sponsored by Capital One. Capital One wants you to keep more money in your wallet with no fees or minimums on checking accounts. Terms apply. See CapitalOne.com/bank for details. Again, that's CapitalOne.com/bank for details. Capital One, NA member FDIC.
America's best high school football players are coming to San Antonio. It's the Navy All-American Bowl at the Alamo Dome on Saturday, January 10th. Jeremiah Smith, Puka Nakua, and Micah Parsons played here. Join us for a day of exciting football to see the stars of tomorrow at the Navy All-American Bowl, followed by the San Antonio Sports All-Star Football Game presented by Valero. Fan Zone opens at 9:30 a.m. Tickets available at the Dome box office and Ticketmaster.
Let's get this new year started with a brand new RV from the South Texas RV Super Sale. Hundreds of RVs of every type from San Antonio area's best dealers. And free parking thanks to our dealers. Go to SouthTexasRVSupersale.com for details and tickets. January 1st through the 4th at Expo Hall.
Listen up! Mr. W Fireworks always has the lowest prices.
That's right. Mr. W Fireworks prices are always more than 50% lower than anyone else around. And we never charge you any hidden fees.
Look for the big W on our sign and find us online at MrWFireworks.com.
America's best high school football players are coming to San Antonio. It's the Navy All-American Bowl at the Alamo Dome on Saturday, January 11th. Trevor Lawrence, C.J. Stroud, and Jeremiah Smith played here. Join us for a day of exciting football to see the stars of tomorrow at the Navy All-American Bowl, followed by the San Antonio Sports All-Star Football Game, presented by Valero. Fan Zone opens at 9:30 a.m. Tickets on sale at the Dome box office and Ticketmaster.
FIFA World Cup 2026 is coming soon, but your opportunity to be there starts now through an exclusive offer with an eligible Bank of America Visa credit card. For a limited time, become a new customized cash rewards or unlimited cash rewards Visa credit card holder, and you will be eligible for a chance to purchase FIFA World Cup 2026 tickets. Learn more at BofA.com/cardFWC26. What would you like the power to do? Bank of America, proud to be the official bank of FIFA World Cup 2026. Bank of America NA in partnership with Visa. Terms apply. Warrants reserved.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now.
800-575-9047.
Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS.
Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start.
Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems.
We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau.
You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com or call
800-575-9047. That's 800-575-9047.
Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
This college football season, the Crunch Time Hero of the Week is brought to you by PorkRinds.com, the nation's premier hub for pork rind lovers everywhere. Each week, a college player will post on Instagram, and each share over a 2-week period equals a $1 donation to the Archer Foundation, which helps families who are dealing with DIPG, DMG, pediatric brain cancer. Giving back with the perfect snack to celebrate those big Crunch Time plays. Find your rind at PorkRinds.com or find Southern Recipe pork rinds at H-E-B.
Connecticut water systems are the best of the best. I personally have one in my home. All those other water softener systems out there are junk in comparison.
For a limited time, receive a free reverse osmosis drinking station at your kitchen sink. $400 off with trade-in and 0% interest for 12 months with approved credit. Call Connecticut of San Antonio and the Hill Country. 210-656-PURE.
Check them out at ConnecticutSA.com and tell them Dave Ramsey sent you.
License number 38961.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star traffic from News Talk 550 KTSA.
Good morning and heads up on 35, northeast side of town. Southbound 35 approaching Loop 410. This wreck taking up 2 right lanes, causing a 15-minute delay, slow from Judson Road. And on 410 westbound Bandera Road, that stall's been moved off a main lane and off to the shoulder. On 410 eastbound at Airport, broken down vehicle, right shoulder blocked, and another stall at Loop 410 westbound Highway 90 off to the shoulder. Looks like another stall just coming in on I-10 westbound Advanced Jackson. Again, all of these are off to the shoulder. Main lanes are getting by. I'm Debbie Alcacer, KTSA, Time Saver Traffic.
San Antonio Sports Center.
In the NBA, the San Antonio Spurs are looking to bounce back from Saturday's loss to the Jazz tonight as they welcome the Cleveland Cavaliers to town. Tip-off at the Frost Bank Center set for 7 o'clock. In the NFL, the Houston Texans win streak currently sits at 8 in a row after beating the Chargers in L.A. Saturday and clinching a postseason berth in the process. The Cowboys beat the Commanders over Christmas and now close out the season with the Giants in New York on Sunday. In other Dallas Cowboy news, Pro Football Talk's Mike Florio says the Vikings defensive coordinator Brian Flores is in play to become the Cowboys' next defensive coordinator. Finally, the UTSA Roadrunners capped their season with a win in the First Responders Bowl, a 57-20 demolishing the Florida International on Friday night. I'm Rob Thompson for 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
From the studios of San Antonio Sports Star, reaching more sports fans than any station in South Texas. Welcome to the Morning Huddle with A.J. Hoffman and Rob Thompson. This is 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Howdy, friends. Howdy, friends. Morning Huddle, 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. Steve says Raiders tanked that whole game yesterday. Carroll gone, Crosby gone, serious house cleaning in Vegas.
That wasn't on purpose.
I don't
they
know.
kept Crosby out. So.
I mean, that was disciplinary. I don't know, man. I mean, you might be right, but what an absolute mess. And B. Hannon says, did they miss on Genty? I don't know. I mean,
no, they missed and they shouldn't have drafted him.
Yeah,
but he's fine back.
You drafted a position that is supposed to be the cherry on top, and you're trying to make him your engine. It just doesn't work that way. The Raiders are just a dummy organization. It's a comedy of errors, basically, for the last 25, 30 years.
Well, I can identify.
All right, let's we haven't gotten to talk really any college football, and I guess we talked a little bit about the Aggie game, and obviously a disappointment for you, Rob. Michael Irvin, though, was very excited about it.
Lay off the coke, brother.
The unofficial mascot.
How old are you on your barking like a dog? Dude,
Yeah,
man,
very.
chill. If I was acting like that around my kids, Pop, dude, settle down.
But before that, Oklahoma, we got to have a conversation, Oklahoma. Up 17-0 on Alabama.
And forget.
And they lose 34-24. I don't even know what to say. I mean, I was on Oklahoma in this game.
I did it right in the first half. I mean, they did everything OU was capable of on both sides.
And just a melt is all you can really call it. And
something about being a blue blood, man. There was something about having been there and done that. There's just something to it. They weren't the most. I mean, the talent was pretty equal. I mean, Alabama certainly had but to lose like that, that was all about guys that knew they were going to win the football game and knew how to do it.
They dominated in total yards. On third down, Oklahoma was 7 of 18. Alabama was 2 of 12. They had the time of possession edge. They did everything they needed to do to win except win.
And think of the ripple effect of that, because I firmly believe if Alabama would have lost, Kalen DeBoer would be the head coach at Michigan today.
Very well could have been.
I firmly believe that would have been the case. They'd have money whipped him out. They would have, and he'd have taken enough abuse, and Alabama would have waved a fond goodbye. But because that defense that we thought was elite forgot how to play football in the second half, we've got coach leaving Utah, or leaving the state of Utah, not necessarily the program, because he was already leaving. And you've got a new coach at Michigan because of that.
Although I also kind of wonder if Whittingham knew.
There might have been some play.
I don't know.
But
Because it did feel
later.
weird. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, you're right. Then Saturday comes around. We mentioned that we talked about the Miami A&M game. There really isn't a whole lot to say because not much happened in the game.
No.
It was really an awful watch.
It was a slugfest, a slugfest. And then to watch that, and then to know what Ole Miss got to do. I mean, to just know that the variation but for one win, for one game, if you lose the game, you play against a Miami team that's hotter than fish grease, and if you manage to sneak in like they do and play a Tulane team that was just there for the weekend, that just there for the party, brother. They thought they were there to play. No, they weren't. They knew they were going to lose them. Oh, man, they got their ass handed to them.
They did, but like you said before the game, Miami was a good draw. Like, Miami's not a good team.
They were no matter what, they were better than Tulane and better than James Madison.
Sure.
They were the team that had to fight their way in because the other two teams were given a spot. But they were the last in. I think we proved, and James Madison was game. They were. I'll give them some credit. They showed up and played as hard as they could, given the talent that they had. Tulane knew they weren't going to win that football game.
Shout out James Madison getting the cover at the very end.
I'll give them some credit. But they should never be back again.
Well,
Tulane,
hopefully,
group of 5. I'm done, man. Done.
No, that's not going to happen.
I know it, but we all saw it. It's not even close. Even though James Madison played above their weight class, and they did. Dude, was there ever any question?
No.
So do we really want that?
I mean, that's why this thing got expanded, so allegedly.
I think.
I mean, you know what? Given, I mean,
and I blame the ACC for this.
Yeah, it is. They should. Normally they should only have one spot, and whoever the best team that doesn't get a bye is should march down and get to behead somebody.
That Tulane game wasn't good for anybody. Nobody watched it. Nobody cared.
No.
It was just, all right, fluff, let's move on. I'll come back. I'll go watch some high school or college football or basketball.
It looked exactly like the first Ole Miss Tulane game.
Yeah. So that's the one problem I had over the weekend. It was just watching those group of 5 teams, just especially getting beaten by A&M, losing the way that they did to a team that probably should have been in without any hesitation, but ACC screwed this whole thing up. And just to watch that, I thought, what a wasted afternoon.
Yeah. Well, that leads us to the next round of games.
Now we're cooking.
Which there's some appeal here, man. We will start on Wednesday. Miami goes. This is at AT&T Stadium up in Arlington, Jarrah World. Miami and Ohio State. Ohio State's a 9.5-point favorite. The total's 42.5. I think Ohio State is going to dominate this Miami team.
I can't see how they don't. But the only thing that will keep Miami active is they were active and Ohio State's been practicing. We saw what happened last year. Every team that played got a chance. I just think that the rust is the only thing I'm concerned about with Ohio State. But man for man, it's not even close. Maybe a freshman quarterback in a weird situation might do something weird, but that's the only worry I have about Ohio
what's
State.
he going to do, play worse than Carson Beck? I doubt that.
All of that. I just feel like this one, Miami's got a puncher's chance because they believe.
Yeah.
That's it. That's it.
I think this is what Ohio State's been building up for, and I just think they'd
have whooped A&M too. Ohio State's a good football team.
Man for man, they're just too good, and I think they're good. I think they win by double digits here. Thursday, the early game, Oregon and Texas Tech. They are playing at Hard Rock Stadium in Florida. Oregon's a 2.5-point favorite here. Total's 52.5. I feel like Texas Tech's maybe being a little disrespected. We saw Oregon go up and down the field on James Madison. Texas Tech ain't James Madison.
No.
This is
a much better defense.
Now, James Madison is good on defense.
Yeah.
And Oregon made them look silly.
One guy on Madison that's going to play in the NFL. One.
This is a lot of NFL bodies on this Texas Tech defense.
Best money can buy.
And a Texas Tech offense that's I think going to be able to put up some points too. I'm leaning to the dog here. I don't know that I've decided one way or the other yet, but I kind of like Texas Tech to hold up here. I've been an Oregon doubter all year, though.
You have. To me, this game is far more than just these two teams. It's kind of this existential, this is where we are now. And Oregon is far from a blue blood, but they're close. I mean, they're a consistent national
you
title
got to win
contender.
a championship at some point
But they're
to be
a contender consistent enough to have been there and done that has a program in place. That, guys get recruited as freshmen. They probably don't play as freshmen.
Yeah.
They play as sophomores and go pro. That's what Oregon does. It's the old school, what college football used to be, build the program, sustain, get the best, and just continue to win against the modern college football team. The modern team that, this is a one-off. Half this team was bought, we're all mercenaries. They're going to be gone next year. What Tech will be next year, they're not going to be a shadow of what Oregon's going to look like unless they rebuy their team. It's a very interesting look at where college football is going and where it's been, because Tech is the best football team money can buy right now, and Oregon is kind of the blue blood. And we'll see if a sustained program can beat a team that is, a bunch of mercenaries with they're playing for the letters. They're playing for the double T, but they're also playing for the name on the back of their jersey because they're all looking to get paid and go pro. I think that, to me, that's the most interesting part of this. I think Oregon's a better football team. I think they got a better quarterback. I think they got a little bit more speed. I think if things go right, it could get not out of hand, but I do think there's going to be a lot of points scored. You give Tech's defense a lot more credit than I do.
Yeah.
I think they've got some good players, and they were able to stop some decent offenses in the Big 12. But Oregon comes with a next-level bit of speed.
Yeah, maybe so. And this is where you have to question what the schedule that Texas Tech's played. Although, BYU was putting up points left and right.
For Tech. I want Tech to win. I really do. I want, because I like this idea. I like the idea of teams being able to rebuild on a dime. Be like, all right, we're going to go all in. Let's go do this. I like this idea, and I do see this as the future, especially for teams like Tech that aren't going to be able to sustain. But every couple of years, you get somebody in and you pay enough money and you can be a contender and maybe get a playoff win. That'd be outstanding.
Indiana and Alabama are playing in the Rose Bowl, Pasadena, California. That's a 3:00 kickoff. Indiana's a 6.5-point favorite here, and I'm bought into Indiana. I can't picture Indiana letting Alabama off the hook the way Oklahoma did.
I hope not.
I think Indiana's defense is legit. I think the difference between Indiana and Oklahoma is Indiana's going to score damn near every time they've got the ball, and I just think at some point Alabama runs out of steam and Indiana pulls
agree.
away from them. I think Indiana's.
There is what I talked about with Alabama. There's something about having been recruited to do this. You were built for this, and here you are. And Indiana, they're not a flash in the pan anymore. We're 2 years into this. These guys have been here. But I still think the way that we saw Alabama withstand the storm and come back and win on the road, man, oh man, what a win.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just about understanding how to win big football games. And DeBoer has it in him to lose one, but I'm worried for Indiana on this one. I am. They're going to have to go above and beyond to a place that, quite frankly, they couldn't go last year. They're good. They're better than they were last year, but this is a hard. Bama just looked like a team that they might not win the next round, but I think that they're good. They're going to keep this one close.
Let's not forget, Alabama, you could have made a real argument that they shouldn't even be here.
Until the second half of that OU game, I'd have listened to you. But on the road like that against a quarterback who believed in the first half he was the best player on the field, and to shut him down like that was impressive, man.
Here's what I will say. If Indiana's helmets said Michigan or Penn State,
I'd take Michigan and Penn State too.
Everybody would believe in them.
I agree.
Because they say Indiana, there's a doubt.
I just didn't think they could beat Oklahoma on the road. And maybe it was all OU's fault. I don't know. And if Indiana does it, it will be the best story of 25 years of college football.
Yeah. And then the nightcap, 7 o'clock from the Superdome in New Orleans, Louisiana. Georgia and Ole Miss. Georgia, a 6.5-point favorite. Total in that one is 55.5. I think the Ole Miss was all in. They wanted to prove that they didn't need their coach, and
now they're going to find out you do.
Now you find out.
Find out what Lane really meant to you.
Being able to run over a bunch of players that you're just, man for man, you're just better than, is a lot different than going up against guys who are, for the most part, better athletes and still have their coach in place, a pretty good coach, national championship coach, and Kirby Smart.
Who knows you.
I think this is a chance for Georgia to wipe this Ole Miss thing off.
What's Ole Miss's quarterback name? The one that's
Chambliss.
Chambliss, you could become a legend.
You could.
I mean, because I do think it hinges on him. Because I do think that the coaching, play calling is either going to be fantastically derived, like we're going to do some crazy stuff today. We're going to go out and we're going to do what Ole Miss does. We're going to sling it around. We're going to open the throttle up and go do that. I just don't see them doing that without Lane Kiffin calling the plays, or at least being a part of the Lane Kiffin-ness that is Ole Miss. I just don't know how they manufacture it.
When they played earlier this season, it was a 43-35 win for Georgia. But remember, it was 35-26 Ole Miss going into the fourth quarter, and Ole Miss just collapsed. And Georgia scored 17 points in the fourth quarter, ended up getting the win.
Been there, done that.
They dominated yards. They dominated time of possession. I just think they're better. And again, I think not having Kiffin there against Tulane, okay, I think you can manage. This is different. This is a different weight class.
Chambliss could go the way of Marcel Reed, man. He could have one of those days.
One thing I will say for Trinidad Chambliss is he doesn't make very many mistakes. I just think that against this Georgia defense that I actually kind of talked down on early in the season has really figured it out in the second half. I mean, hell, we saw in the SEC championship game what they did to that Alabama team. We saw what they did to Texas a couple of weeks ago. I say a couple of weeks ago. Now it's been about a month and a half ago. But I think that defense is drastically improved. No, I think Georgia just handles their business here.
Assuming that, that Ohio State does what we expect, what team has the best chance to beat them?
To beat Ohio State?
Yeah. What team? What?
The team that beat them already, Indiana.
Okay.
I mean, I don't.
No, I'm not. I scoreboard, obviously.
Yeah,
But-
I don't think it was necessarily a fluke
Is it
win
because,
either.
No, I'm not saying it's not. Is it because of quarterback play, and is it because they get the ball downfield? I mean, what is it that Indiana does, and can somebody else do that to beat an Ohio State team that right now, to me, is a prohibitive national championship favorite? To me, they're head and shoulders, even over Indiana.
No, I think it could be Indiana. I think it could be Georgia. I think those are the two teams with the best chance.
So if it's that, it have to happen this week. I mean, it's going to take a Mendoza. It's going to take that kind of quarterback play to beat Ohio State. And can he do it?
I mean, this is an Ohio State team that Ryan Day finally broke through last year. Now he's got a freshman quarterback. Like there's lots of reasons to doubt Ohio State. I think, at least as far as winning a national championship goes. So I'm not like totally bought into this Ohio State team. I mean, they are the favorites. I just don't know that they should be.
Can Carson Beck play a Mendoza game?
He stinks.
Okay. Well, if he can't, then they won't win.
No.
I think it's going to take quarterback play. I mean, like dart throwing, downfield completion, big play kind of game to beat them.
No, I agree. Yeah, I'm not saying that Ohio State's not good because I think they're very good. I just think they're more beatable than people want to act like. I think they're a good team. I think they're legit, but I've seen them lose already. I've seen them bleed. The current odds: Ohio State plus 190, your favorites. Indiana plus 320. Georgia plus 475.
Wow.
Oregon plus 750.
Yeah.
Texas Tech plus 850. Alabama 18-1. Miami 22-1. Ole Miss 25-1. So Ohio State at plus, just under 2-1. It's pretty healthy favorite. But no, I've seen them lose to Indiana.
Yeah.
And again, I don't think it was a fluky thing that they lost. I thought Indiana played even with them.
And the further we got
won the game.
away, it still feels like it was a good win. It wasn't a happenstance, a one-off.
And I think Georgia, I mean, any given day, if Georgia plays Ohio State, who knows? But, I think Georgia's absolutely capable of beating that team. So, as far as like my power ratings, my numbers go, Ohio State is still, they still should be favored, but I don't trust anybody necessarily to I don't trust anybody necessarily to like to the point where I would say they can't lose.
I saw something just cross, and I don't know why, but Ryan Day has
Calling
said
the plays.
he's going to call plays. Why? What has
I'm not
changed?
sure what's changed. I don't know.
That is of concern to me.
Yeah, that's odd. But no, I'm not really sure what's going on with that. But there's some, and again, I don't think it matters against Miami. I think it matters more when you play Indiana or Georgia down the road. But yeah, this is it's nut cutting time this week, Rob. This is what we wanted.
You know
all these.
why? He saw what happened to A&M and realized A&M's OC was
I'll do
already
it myself.
already looking at Kansas State game plan, and Hartline's already probably looking at USF game plan.
So he said he's just not going to.
Just took it out of Hartline's hands.
Well, all right.
I appreciate that, considering what I saw happen at A&M.
Okay,
you're focused on the wrong subject.
That makes me like Ohio State a little less.
Yeah, that doesn't help. I'll agree, because Hartline and Sayin obviously had a fantastic relationship, because he built a Heisman candidate out of a freshman.
Which, by the way, why are you taking the South Florida job? What are you doing?
Better weather.
Wait around.
Better weather.
Wait around, dude. You could have gotten a better job than that. That's not the right job. You're not going to win at South Florida. Well, what a dump. All right, let's take a break. When we come back, I got a giveaway. I've got some the Navy All-American Bowl and the San Antonio All-Star Game tickets. I got a couple of those to give away. We'll do that coming up next. It is the Morning Huddle 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. Guys, football season, we're running out of time. We got to get down on these football games, and the best place to do it is at Underdog. Plus, with Underdog Unwrapped, you're going to unwrap tons of promos all throughout the holidays. We've got boosts, gimme picks, deal reveals, and even some surprises sprinkled in. Now is the best time to get in the game. You can make your picks and win money right now here in Texas, and playing on Underdog's so easy. You pick your favorite players, or then you go higher or lower on their stats. It's as simple as that. For me, I'm on Josh Allen rushing yards. I like higher. It's that time of year, a little cold. We got to take over the game. Who do you trust more than Josh? Guys, it's simple to play. Download the app, use promo code Alamo. $75 in bonus entries when you play your first $5 with promo code Alamo. Underdog. Make picks, win money. Must be 18 plus and present in Texas. Terms apply. See assets.underdogfantasy.com/web/play and get terms _DFS_.html for details. Concerned with your play? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit www.ncpgambling.org.
Running a business means wearing multiple hats. So if you're like me, you probably started out using your personal phone, taking client calls and texts nonstop. As my business grew, I needed something smarter. That's when I switched to Quo, the #1 business phone system. Quo works right on your phone or computer. No carrying 2 phones, no clunky landline, just one easy app you can try for free. Your team can share one number and handle calls and texts together like a shared inbox. Any teammate can jump into the conversation, so customers get faster responses. And Quo's AI assistant summarizes your calls and responds to customers 24/7, so you never miss a lead or opportunity. All this starts at just $15 a month. That's basically 2 coffees. You can even keep your current business phone number. Find out why 90,000 businesses trust Quo. No missed calls, no missed customers. Try Quo for free at quo.com/sports. That's quo.com/sports to try Quo free. QUO.com/SPORTS.
Whether it's day or night, hot flashes due to menopause can be unpredictable. That's why there's Veoza, a prescription treatment proven to reduce the number and severity of hot flashes day and night that can start working in as early as 1 week. Based on clinical studies measuring efficacy at 4 and 12 weeks, individual results may vary. Talk to your healthcare provider about what this may mean for you. For moderate to severe vasomotor symptoms or hot flashes and night sweats due to menopause, Veoza can cause serious side effects, including liver problems. Your doctor will do blood tests before and during treatment. Stop Veoza and call your doctor if you have symptoms of liver problems, such as feeling more tired than usual, decreased appetite, nausea, vomiting, itching, yellowing of the eyes or skin, pale stool, dark urine, or stomach pain. Don't use Veoza if you have cirrhosis, severe kidney problems, kidney failure, or take CYP1A2 inhibitors. Ask your doctor about Veoza. To learn more, call 1-866-239-1637 or go to Veoza.com. That's VEOZAH.com. Paid for by Stellus Pharma.
The Gomez Law Firm is the firm that San Antonio turns to for personal injury law. We have Jose from the Gomez Law Firm here with us. With over 1,200 5-star Google reviews, the Gomez Law Firm is proud of the winning record and results that are attached to these reviews.
We encourage people to go online and look at our review because we want to make sure that you feel comfortable choosing the right attorney. And we assure you, if you go to Google and look up our reviews, you're going to be satisfied.
It's important to hire an attorney you can trust, and the reviews speak for themselves. The Gomez Law Firm has been San Antonio's trusted provider of personal injury law since 1973.
There are not a lot of businesses that stick around for even 50 years, let alone personal injury law firms.
The Gomez Law Firm continues to fight for our San Antonio community, and the results matter. If you've been injured in an accident or hit by a company vehicle, then contact them today at joegomezlaw.com. That's joegomezlaw.com.
And remember, Gomez Law fights.
You know the Roo Pub is proven to be the best place to watch games with those 3 massive 170-inch screens and TVs all around. All the games, all the fights, and when you show up at the Roo Pub, show up hungry. The food is fantastic. Open daily at 11. Great for lunch, great for dinner, great for late at night, and the best place to watch a game. Just down from the big blind, right next to the Angry Elephant. The Roo Pub, 281 in Redland Road. We'll see you at the Roo.
FIFA World Cup 2026 is coming soon, but your opportunity to be there starts now through an exclusive offer with an eligible Bank of America Visa credit card. For a limited time, become a new customized cash rewards or unlimited cash rewards Visa credit card holder, and you will be eligible for a chance to purchase FIFA World Cup 2026 tickets. Learn more at BofA.com/cardFWC26. What would you like the power to do? Bank of America, proud to be the official bank of FIFA World Cup 2026. Bank of America NA in partnership with Visa. Terms apply. Rights reserved.
You're locked on the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson.
It's showtime! Let's go!
Angel says, or Angel, I don't know. Top 5 offense as well. I'm telling you, all Tech's going to mess around and shock the world. I can't remember when a top 5 defense and offense had such bad odds. Definitely getting the Lubbock treatment, no respect.
Yeah.
No, I here's what I think it is. There is a really good reason to look at Texas Tech with a doubting eye because they haven't played anybody. This is kind of the same thing I said about A&M. Like, and quite frankly, A&M was much more tested than this team is because at least A&M played a bad SEC schedule, and a bad SEC schedule is better than any Big 12 schedule.
Yeah, they've won games that mattered on the road. They did. They've showed that they beat the teams they were supposed to beat and they could beat.
But they didn't test themselves.
Right. That's going to be that. I feel the same way felt the same way about Indiana last year. Yeah, that was fantastic, but do it when it matters, and they didn't. So,
like, at least A&M, they'd gone to Notre Dame, and I was like, okay. Texas Tech's non-conference games were Arkansas, Pine Bluff, Kent State, and Oregon State. There's not one serious football team there. And then, their best wins over the course of the year were Utah and BYU.
They were good.
They were good, and I like Tech. I'm not trying to crap on them, but the reason why there are people doubting them is because they haven't proven anything.
To me, 9 times out of 10, until you've been there, you have to be there and experience, and then take that experience and prepare yourself, hopefully, for the next time that you're there. Or you're just so physically gifted and better than the team you're playing, you should steamroll them. And Tech can't say that. They're not more physically gifted and talented than Oregon. They're an equal team, but there's more guys going to play on Sunday coming out of Oregon than there are in Lubbock. You know what I mean? It's just there's just more talent there. You're going to have to be better than the sum of your parts, and that comes with experience. And it's tough to overcome that in college especially. The difference between a 20-year-old and an 18-year-old is huge. Mentally, you're just a different person. And to expect a team like Tech to step in and fill the void like this, now granted, they have done everything that has been asked of them, and there's no reason for them not to expect to go win. But until you do it, I'm always going to doubt you.
And, listen, I didn't say all year long that the SEC and the Big Ten were the best conferences, and I think everybody in the world believes that. I think every reasonable person believes that. Just for fun. Like, there is a gap between the SEC, the Big Ten, and then everybody else. The Big 12 is not it's not, the Mountain West, but it's nothing. It's the best teams in the Big 12 are middle of the road SEC or Big Ten teams, and I think this is where you kind of see that.
And at the end of the day, as good as quarterback has been, I just don't think they have the offensive capabilities to go win a football game against a team like Oregon who can score 60 on you if you're not careful.
Yeah, I listen, man. I've bought into this Tech team. There's a lot of 7s and 0s by their opponents' scores.
Yeah, Jacob can play.
They don't let you get in much, but and their one loss this year came with a backup quarterback, but it was against Arizona State.
Let me tell you, I want to see Tech fan out and about. I hope we do. I want to win. I want to see a bunch of red tees running around all over the place. I want the rest of the state to look like Lubbock does right now, because I do think there's a sleeping giant Tech fandom that's just waiting to explode. And this kind of win can kind of set a table. You don't need to be the best team money can buy. McGuire now has a foundation where he can just go recruit the dudes he wants instead of having to go buy the sophomores that he needs.
Tomorrow there are a few games. So obviously the playoff games on Wednesday, like we said, that's also on Wednesday. We're going to get Michigan, Texas.
It's going to be a fun football game.
Iowa, Vanderbilt is going to be happening. Nebraska and Utah happen. So there's some Arizona State and Duke. Some decent games on Wednesday.
Following Pavia?
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah. My whole outlook on Diego Pavia has changed. It's crazy how, like, that one moment, like, really kind of ruined all the fun for me with him.
My daddy always said, better be thought a fool than speak and prove it.
But tomorrow we get a couple games. Coastal Carolina, Louisiana Tech. They're playing in the Independence Bowl. Louisiana Tech should roll them. I don't think many Coastal guys are playing. They're not very good anyway. Tennessee and Illinois, though.
That's
should
a
be
low-key fun game.
That's a Music City Bowl up there in Nashville. That should be a pretty solid game. Illinois better than a lot of people think they are. Tennessee's certainly beatable.
Yeah.
But, man, it's going to be a big home field edge for the Vols. And then the Alamo Bowl here in San Antonio tomorrow, an 8 p.m. kickoff, which I'm not crazy about, which means I'm going to the game. I'm probably going to go for a half, and I'm going to have to get out of there. Like, I'm not going to be able to sit in traffic after the game and stuff. I know.
You're weak.
I'm an old man. But USC and TCU in that one. USC is 6.5-point favorite.
Is Lama Lava going to play?
Lama. No, that's you're
whatever the quarterback's name. What's his name?
You're thinking of USC's or UCLA's crummy quarterback.
What's the other Samoan quarterback that plays in Los Angeles?
You're talking about Jaden Maiava.
Sorry,
Maiava.
I had too many.
He's the good one.
Yeah,
Lama Liava
is he playing?
Not good. I would assume Jaden Maiava is playing. I haven't heard any reason why he wouldn't, but you never know, man. You never know with these things, but. He's a junior. I guess he's got pro options, I would assume. I don't know. I hope he's playing. He certainly has he's like 6'4", 240. He's got the body to play in the NFL.
Should be an interesting game. It's not the best Alamo Bowl matchup we've had over the years, but those normally we know that these scores normally end up like 50-46. So I expect a lot of points.
All I know is last year told me a lot about Shedeur Sanders in that, like, just seeing that how they all interacted live.
Yeah, in hindsight, I wish
how things. I really believe that Shedeur Sanders' draft stock took a hit at the Alamo Bowl because he was getting into it with teammates on the sidelines, just terrible body language, basically quit on his team. I think that's why a lot of why his draft stock
Remember,
tanked.
they were like, "Oh yeah, they're gonna play, of course, Heisman player, of course he's gonna play." But no, they just argued the entire
time. All right, it is Monday. When we come back, we'll see who the big losers are. It's the Morning Huddle, 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star traffic from News Talk 550 KTSA.
Good morning. Just cleared a couple of our trouble spots. 35 southbound approaching 410. That wreck is cleared. And the stall we had 410 westbound Bandera Road cleared as well. Now, we do have an accident at 410 westbound McCullough. Minor wreck. Just a little bit of a delay through the area. I'm Debbie Alcacer, KTSA. Time Saver Traffic.
By texting 24700, you agree to receive recurring automated marketing messages from J.Crew Factory. Message and data rates may apply. No purchase required. Terms apply. Available at jcrew.com.
Need last-minute gifts? J.Crew Factory has got you covered. Enjoy up to 60% off store-wide and shop cozy matching pajamas, toasty sweaters, amazing outerwear, festive accessories, and so much more. Get in the spirit at J.Crew Factory, where you'll score our exclusive collection of classic styles for the whole family at prices that can't be beat. And today, save even more. Just text GIFTING to 24700 to receive an extra $25 off your purchase of $75 or more at your nearest J.Crew Factory store. Visit jcrewfactory.com to find your nearest San Antonio area store today. But first, get an extra $25 off your purchase of $75 or more when you text GIFTING to 24700. Text GIFTING to 24700 to get your $25 off coupon. That's GIFTING to 24700. See a store associate for details.
This report is sponsored by Positive Coaching Alliance.
Got issues with youth or high school sports? Positive Coaching Alliance can help. PCA, a national nonprofit, offers more than 1,000 free online resources for youth and high school sports coaches, parents, students, and administrators. Visit PCADevZone.org.
Light up your outdoor party with Mr. W Fireworks.
We always have the lowest prices around. That's right.
Our prices are always more than 50% lower than the other guys.
And we never charge any hidden fees.
Look for the big W on our sign and find us online at MrWFireworks.com. When you shop at Mr. W, you can be sure you are getting the lowest prices on fireworks around.
And the biggest selection. Don't overpay for your fireworks ever again.
From our family to yours.
Happy New Year!
George Gets Justice. After being hit by an 18-wheeler, the experienced attorneys of George Salinas Injury Lawyers are San Antonio's choice for getting you the maximum compensation you deserve. With over 110 years of combined experience, they've recovered millions for their clients. 18-wheelers may be bigger than you on the road, but you can be bigger than them in the courtroom. George guarantees that you don't pay unless they win your case. Call 210-225-0909 today for a free consultation. George Gets Justice. GetGeorge.com.
Everybody loves the season of giving, but now the season of paying for it is upon us. That not-so-wonderful time of the year when millions of Americans open their credit card statements, stare in horror at the balance, and resolve then and there to find new ways to save money. If you're among those Americans, why not start by cutting your wireless bill in half right now with Pure Talk's Saver Plan? It's easy. You'll get unlimited talk, text, and 3 gigs of high-speed data on a super-fast, nationwide 5G network for just $20 a month. Just dial pound 250, say Mike Rowe, and you'll save an additional 50% off your first month. Ho, ho, ho! And if you're active or former military or a first responder, you'll save an additional 20% every single month. That's pound 250. Say Mike Rowe for the gift that keeps on saving from America's wireless company. Pure Talk.
Texting enrolls you in a recurring automated marketing text messages. Consent not required to purchase. Message and data rates may apply.
The team's looking good this season.
I think so. Man, I miss playing football. Ever since I turned 40, I just can't find that fire I used to have.
Think it could be lower testosterone?
What do you mean?
I was feeling the same way. After 40, the body has less testosterone, and men lose their edge. That's why I take Nugenix Total T2.
That's the testosterone booster, right?
Yes, but Total T2 is their brand new formula that skyrockets nitric oxide levels in as little as 3 hours. Since I started taking it, I've been lifting like when we played for Coach Carter. My energy is way up, and it even spiced up things between me and the missus.
Are they still giving out complimentary bottles?
Yep, just send a text.
Text METER to 321321 for your complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T2, the next generation testosterone booster. Text now and we'll include a bottle of Nugenix Thermo X, our newest, most powerful fat burner ever, absolutely free. Text METER to 321321. That's METER to 321321.
These statements have not been evaluated by the FDA. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
By texting 64000, you agree to receive recurring automated marketing messages from Real Success. Message and data rates may apply. No purchase required. Terms apply. Available at ourrealsuccess.com.
Do you want to learn how to make money flipping houses and acquiring rental properties right here in San Antonio without using your own money? You'll learn to flip houses and secure rental properties in your spare time to get on track towards real wealth building. We're offering a handful of motivated individuals the opportunity to attend our workshop right here in San Antonio for free. That's right, we'll give you 2 free tickets when you text INVEST to 64,000. San Antonio is the perfect market to flip houses and build rental income. Don't miss this opportunity. Come to a complimentary live 2-hour workshop next week right here in San Antonio and learn how to start making money flipping homes and building long-term wealth with rental properties. To get 2 free tickets, text INVEST to 64,000. Text in the next 10 minutes and registrants will also receive a free copy of our Funding for Deals guide. Text INVEST to 64,000 for 2 complimentary tickets. Text INVEST to 64,000.
It's the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
Alrighty. Welcome in, everybody. Morning Huddle 94.1. It is a Monday, and man, we've had a lot of time to pick out these guys. So let's go ahead and take a look at who are the losers from this week.
You lose. You are such a loser. You're a bona fide schmuck.
Time now to find out who blew it this weekend. The losers.
You bunch of losers! Look who's back. It's the loser. I'm going back to a better class of losers.
With AJ and Rob on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
Hello, losers.
Hello, losers. We've got plenty to choose from as we've been off the air for some time, Rob. But
can we choose from the last, 10?
Yeah, why not? Whatever loser you want to call out.
Jake Paul goes first and foremost.
Oh, God, how glorious was that?
Yes, we're so happy. Got a chance to see the fight?
I did. It was such a terrible,
I
was so angry because, because Anthony Joshua didn't want to punch him for the first 5 rounds.
I think he felt sorry for him.
No.
When Jake Paul hit him the first time and Joshua just kind of shook his head like, that ain't going to do it. If that's all you got, man, you're in a lot of trouble.
Yeah. I mean.
But to get your jaw broken in the process couldn't have been more perfect.
Which I mean, for those who don't understand this, when his jaw was broken in 2 places, any hopes that Jake Paul had of being a serious boxer are now out the window.
Oh yeah, now he's a challenge fight.
Yeah, I mean he can do those fun. Yeah, but you can't have any more serious fights now because he'll never be able to take a punch like that.
It was
again.
so obvious the disparity. He actually thought he had a chance.
I was so angry that Anthony Joshua didn't just go in and wipe the floor with him. Like it was so clear that they said, "Hey, make this a fight." And it just bothered me. I don't know. I mean, I'm glad that it like in the end, Anthony Joshua turned it up and it was like a violent ending.
Mm-hmm.
But it could have happened so much sooner.
It should have happened. But
it was playing with his food.
It was. There was there was the first couple of rounds where you're like, this could get strange. What's going to happen here? You know, it feels like. I
mean,
you
never.
Yeah.
You
know what I mean? It kept going longer. Like, why isn't he hitting him? Why didn't he go on the fixes? And then it ended in the appropriate way with Paul leaving feet first, basically.
I'm going to go with Dan Campbell.
There's a cancer there, man.
I think we gotta admit that there were a lot of people, serious people, who thought the Detroit Lions were the team to beat in the NFC coming into this year.
I really thought last year. I thought they were felled because they had a late bye week, and by the time they got a chance to take a breath, their team was beaten and battered and couldn't rebound. So I applied a lot of last year. I thought, this team's got it. They lose their coordinators. They figure something out early. And at some point during the season, Campbell realized my OC ain't it. My quarterback's getting old. I think the best of Detroit's done, man. They're going to have to do some work. They still got a framework, but they're not what they thought they were going to be this time.
Like you go from being the favorites to, I mean, and by the way, this can apply to the Ravens as well if they lose over the weekend because they were the favorites coming into this season in the AFC. But yeah, I don't remember the last time that we saw the NFC favorites and the AFC favorites be eliminated from the playoffs eliminated before the playoffs start. But the Lions don't really have an excuse. They didn't have disastrous health issues all year long. Like this is, I mean, they had the random bumps and bruises that everybody else has, but this is their team. And they just weren't the same squad.
No, there was just something was wrong. You could sense it a month and a half ago that there's just something wrong in Detroit. And I don't know if it's just the absence of the OC in D.C. I don't know what it turned out to be. I think a lot of it is you had a window. You had your quarterback playing as good as he could possibly play, and to expect him to continue to do that at this age just might have been too much, minus an offense that really fit him. That offense fit him, and when the OC left, it changed him.
Yeah,
I guess. I don't know where to go. I'll do it for myself. A&M, I mean, you deserve it. I hate to say it, but when you are what people thought you were and you begged to differ everything else, I was a loser and thinking they weren't. You lost, man. And losers lose. That's what they do. You're going to have to prove to yourself and everybody who believed in you that you're more than what we thought. And you didn't do it. You didn't do it, and it was the worst way to go down. You went down the way that if you were going to lose, that's how you were going to lose, and you did it, and you proved everybody right. And until you do it again, you're going to stay on that loser's list. And no matter your record, what have you done for me lately? Now, there's work to be done, and there's plenty to be going with. But right now, anybody who wore maroon would look right at you and say, well, you're a loser.
Yeah.
It sucks. It sucks, but that's the life.
You know, I can't argue. Again, like I said, my cousin, who is like the most optimistic Aggie you'll meet, was like, it was the emptiest 11-win season in the history of college football. And I could just see the sadness on him when he said it. It was like
devastating.
Because it was not a it was a slow rise to like, man, I'm starting to believe. And then Aggie fan was like, we believe. And then when that Texas loss happened, it didn't drop them all the way into the gutter. There was still like, okay, we can still get back from it. But then to show up like they did against Miami, now it just feels like that the whole first 11 games were wasted. Mm-hmm. And that is a pretty bad feeling.
And to lose the way we were worried you were going to lose all year long. And to finally, when we thought we'd overcome that battered Aggie syndrome that Elko fought all year long, I hate to put them there, but you're right there at the very top of the bum steer losers, and this is going to linger.
Man, it's tough sledding.
Hey, man, we've been here before. Get up. You learn from your defeats far more than you do from your victories. So we learned a lot over the last couple of years. Let's see if they can put it to play.
I'm going to go with the WNBA, and here's why. I talked to you about this before the show started. I said, what's going on with this lady basketball? Are they going to get this thing settled? Notice no one's talking about this.
Mm-hmm.
You know what happens when no one talks about your sport? It means no one cares.
We don't normally talk about them now, but we're about to get to the point where we would, and we're not gonna, and we'll forget about them.
It's starting to seem like they are not going to play. And I'm telling you now, write this down in your notebook, ladies and gentlemen. If lady basketball doesn't happen this year, the bubble has burst. No one's going to care when it comes back.
I don't think it's that far gone yet, but I think the worst case scenario would be, and I will agree with you if this happens, if they come to an impasse and it's a strike and not a lockout.
Okay.
If it's a strike and they like, we're not going to show up for work because you're not paying us, that will be a death blow. Now, if it's a lockout and the owners can be painted as the evil bad guys, then the WNBA might be able to withstand this. But if it looks like you're a bunch of overpaid crybabies who say, I deserve more without proving anything, without numbers, it could be one of those fundamental shifts in how we look at women's basketball. But I do think if it's a lockout and you can paint the owners as greedy, you might be able to survive it, but it's going to take a hell of a PR job to do it.
Yeah. I don't see it happening. I've got another basketball one. I love this guy. I hate to say it. Shaka Smart. Things have fallen apart for him, and I mean, obviously they haven't played since the Saturday before Christmas, and they won't play again until tomorrow. But they've now lost their last 4 in a row. They've lost 5 of 6. They are 5-8 on the season, and now Zaid Lowry, who was a starter for them the last couple of years, got shifted to the bench a couple weeks ago, and now he's just left the program altogether. Things are like it's always. I think Shaka's always going to be one of those guys who you have to find the right guys to fit what he does. I think those guys are becoming more and more rare, and it's going to be harder and harder for guys like Shaka to win at a high level.
When I see this, I know Shaka's a hell of a coach, and you give him the right guys, he can beat anybody. I'm not down on his coaching. When I see this, I question Marquette's basketball program's commitment to winning financially, because I don't think he's got the Jimmies and Joes to go win. And we're seeing that Tyler Kolek is a hell of a basketball player.
Yeah.
Anybody watch on Sunday? I mean, that guy was on Marquette last year. I think this is less about certainly Shaka needs – well, he's one of those coaches that has to have the right guys. If he doesn't have the guys that are going to do what he wants them to do, he can't win because he's such a system guy. And you're never going to recruit a superstar when you play a system like that. You can build one. You can make a superstar, but you're not going to get a 5-star walk in and play a Marquette game. He couldn't do it at Texas, and to expect him to do it at Marquette is crazy. You're just going to have to pay the right guys and have some continuity, because that's the way he wins.
Yep.
It's sad because he's a hell of a coach.
I got one more. It's the Cleveland Browns.
Why? What are you talking about, dude? I disagree with that.
This is the time Cleveland needs to be tanking.
Why?
To get a
they can
quarterback.
get worse? They got their quarterback. His name's Shador.
Oh, well, in that case, yeah, I stand by. The Cleveland Browns are losers.
Hey, they're angling for they're going to get a veteran quarterback. Now, whether he starts next year is a whole other thing, but there will be a veteran quarterback who has been there and done that with the expectation that he starts next year.
All the other teams in that mix kind of understood the assignment this week. The Commanders, they understood the assignment. The Cardinals understood it. The Titans understood it. The Titans understood it enough that they got out to a good lead, and then they were like, hey, let's chill.
Well,
the Jets certainly understood it. And then the Giants and Raiders, who were playing each other, I mean, somebody had to win, but I guess maybe the Giants didn't understand it as well, although they weren't going to pick a quarterback anyway. But they did have the chance to sell that pick off or trade it away, and losing that stock is never a good thing. But the Raiders, they know what they're doing. They said, okay, Max Crosby, you're not playing. That means they're not trying to win. They understand the assignment. But the Browns just don't.
But you don't lose to Pittsburgh at home. I mean, that's one of those blood and guts kind of football games. Now, anybody else I might bitch, but I mean, you beat Pittsburgh at home. No matter what happens, we did that. I'm not mad at what they did. I'm really not. Of all the teams that went out and won a football game, I'm more mad at the Cowboys than I am at the Cleveland. But you're playing the Redskins on the road. Heck, go win that football game. That's kind of things that, as a franchise, as a city, at least we did that.
Well, I mean, they Washington was on their third quarterback. I mean, yeah.
But it's still, there's some of those rivalry games, and I put Cleveland-Pittsburgh right at the very top. I don't got much, but I got you.
Yeah.
I don't got much, but I beat those guys that live 150 miles from me.
I'm thinking more about long-term.
Cleveland never going to be any good.
Maybe you're right.
I mean, take your little victories while you can.
All right, guys. That we got 1 hour left to go. 1 hour. On the other side, let's take a look at that game tonight, the Rams and Falcons, a game with some playoff implications. We'll do that coming up next. It is the Morning Huddle on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
You're listening to the Morning Huddle with A.J. Hoffman and Rob Thompson. KTFM Floresville.
America's best high school football players are coming to San Antonio. It's the Navy All-American Bowl at the Alamo Dome on Saturday, January 11th. Trevor Lawrence, C.J. Stroud, and Jeremiah Smith played here. Join us for a day of exciting football to see the stars of tomorrow at the Navy All-American Bowl, followed by the San Antonio Sports All-Star Football Game, presented by Valero. Fan Zone opens at 9:30 a.m. Tickets on sale at the Dome box office and Ticketmaster. Want to be the block party hero this year? Head to Off Fireworks Megastore, just 2 miles outside 1604 and Petranco. Get the loudest deals. Buy 2, get 1 free on 500-gram aerials and reloadable artillery shells, plus more. Light it up at Off Fireworks, 13022 Petranco Road.
Let's get this new year started with a brand new RV from the South Texas RV Super Sale. Hundreds of RVs of every type from San Antonio area's best dealers. And free parking thanks to our dealers. Go to SouthTexasRVSuperSale.com for details and tickets. January 1st through the 4th at Expo Hall.
This report is sponsored by Indeed.com. When you're trying to find quality candidates, all the searching, screening, and interviewing can become a job itself. You need Indeed, the all-in-one platform that makes it easy to interview, screen, and hire quality people. Visit Indeed.com/credit.
Uncover the root of your problems and improve the quality of your life. I'm Dr. Torres from the Institute for Functional Health. For more than a decade, we have helped people restore energy, vitality, libido, and drive. Most patients come to us because they feel unheard or stuck. Schedule your discovery day. We'll talk about your history, run advanced testing, and build a personalized plan that fits your life. We have helped thousands of people just like you. Call 210-468-1891. I'm Dr. Torres at the Institute for Functional Health. 210-468-1891.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm.
Ask yourself this question. Is it really worth holding on to that timeshare that you know you need to get rid of? Here's the truth. The average maintenance fee just went up over 17%. That could have been 117%, and there's nothing you can do about it. When you buy a timeshare, you give them a blank check for annual maintenance and assessment fees. I'm Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group. For 15 years, I've helped over 50,000 families cancel their timeshare. Not sell it, not transfer it, cancel it. Did you buy a timeshare because they told you it was a great investment and your maintenance fees would never go up? That's a lie. Are you ready to get rid of your timeshare once and for all? Simply call us and I'll send you our timeshare exit kit that explains all your options for cancellation.
Call Wesley now for your timeshare exit kit. 800-857-8866. That's 800-857-8866. 800-857-8866.
As a mom, comforting my family is what I do best. Vicks Vapor Stick provides soothing, non-medicated Vicks Vapors in an easy-to-apply stick, and it dries fast, so there's no mess. I use it to comfort myself and my family.
Thanks, Mom.
Vicks Vapo Stick, soothing comfort for the whole family. And try Vicks Vapo Shower Max for steamy Vicks Vapors when you need more comfort for yourself. Use as directed.
Running a business means wearing multiple hats. So if you're like me, you probably started out using your personal phone, taking client calls and texts nonstop. As my business grew, I needed something smarter. That's when I switched to Quo, the #1 business phone system. Quo works right on your phone or computer. No carrying 2 phones, no clunky landline, just one easy app you can try for free. Your team can share one number and handle calls and texts together like a shared inbox. Any teammate can jump into the conversation so customers get faster responses. And Quo's AI assistant summarizes your calls and responds to customers 24/7, so you never miss a lead or opportunity. All this starts at just $15 a month. That's basically 2 coffees. You can even keep your current business phone number. Find out why 90,000 businesses trust Quo. No missed calls, no missed customers. Try Quo for free at quo.com/sports. That's quo.com/sports to try Quo free. QUO.com/SPORTS.
I can't believe how spotless my floors look after using the Swiffer Power Mop. No more dragging around a heavy mop and messy bucket. Now I get the same deep clean without all the work. Thanks to the powerful solution and scrubbing pad of the Swiffer Power Mop, dirt and grime don't stand a chance, and I don't break a sweat. Mic drop. Mop drop.
Swiffer Power Mop. Swiffer Power Mop.
A smarter way to mop. Try it or your money back.
If you get arrested, get out of jail fast by calling AA Best Bail Bonds, 210-225-2121. Text bail to 474747 or online at mybestbailbonds.com. You don't have to call attorneys or anybody else. Don't be forced into a PR bond. If the jail offers you one, make sure you understand the conditions before accepting it. AA Best Bail Bonds. Nobody beats their price. They have payment plans. Call 210-225-2121 or mybestbailbonds.com.
License number 149.
Sports Center is brought to you by Buyers Barricades, the Texas authority in barricade rental. BuyersBarricades.com.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star traffic from News Talk 550 KTSA.
Good morning. Just cleared a couple of our trouble spots. 35 southbound approaching 410. That wreck is cleared. And the stall we had 410 westbound Bandera Road cleared as well. Now, we do have an accident at 410 westbound McCullough. Minor wreck. Just a little bit of a delay through the area. I'm Debbie Alcacer, KTSA. Time Saver Traffic.
San Antonio Sports Center.
In the NBA, the San Antonio Spurs are looking to bounce back from Saturday's loss to the Jazz tonight as they welcome the Cleveland Cavaliers to town. Tip-off at the Frost Bank Center set for 7 o'clock. In the NFL, the Houston Texans win streak currently sits at 8 in a row after beating the Chargers in L.A. Saturday and clinching a postseason berth in the process. The Cowboys beat the Commanders over Christmas and now close out the season with the Giants in New York on Sunday. In other Dallas Cowboy news, Pro Football Talk's Mike Florio says the Vikings defensive coordinator Brian Flores is in play to become the Cowboys' next defensive coordinator. Finally, the UTSA Roadrunners capped their season with a win in the First Responders Bowl, a 57-20 demolishing the Florida International on Friday night. I'm Rob Thompson for 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
From the studios of San Antonio Sports Star, reaching more sports fans than any station in South Texas. Welcome to the Morning Huddle with A.J. Hoffman and Rob Thompson. This is 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Hi-yo! Good morning, everybody. Happy Monday. No case of the Mondays here. We're getting through.
Short week. We get a day off.
This is some high-quality H2O. They replaced the filter, finally.
How do you know that?
Because I can't taste any algae.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah. Also, the light is changed to a green light now instead of a flashing red light.
You trust that?
They might have just reset it. No, but it does taste better. It does taste nice, nice and refreshing. So I assume that they did it, but I mean, it could all just be a big scam, a government scam. A lot of those things are. A lot of things are government scams. The LA Rams and the Atlanta Falcons tonight wrap up Week 17 in the NFL, which makes me sad. That means there's only one more week of the regular season left, and it's like the week where a lot of people aren't even going to play. That's a little bit.
I'm ready for the playoffs.
Are you?
Yeah, I'm ready for games.
But you know, once the play,
because I'm spoiled now.
This is the way my mind works. I'm ready for the playoffs too, but then once the playoffs start, it's almost over.
See, that's one of the great benefits of being a huge basketball fan. I get more games once football's done.
It's just not like basketball just doesn't scratch the itch for me the way football
I get
does.
it. But after watching college games that matter, the playoff game, watching the elimination games that we're going to go through, that we went through yesterday and we're going to go through this weekend, anything less than that just doesn't feel. You know what I mean? If it doesn't matter, why am I watching? Because there's stuff that matters going on.
Well, I'll be watching this one tonight because fantasy football championship is on the line.
Yeah, there's a lot of people with some money riding on tonight. There's some big point producers going out tonight.
It's the Puka Nacua and Kyron Williams show tonight is what I'm hoping for.
Well, there's also, if you're an Atlanta type, you might not have won a lot of football games, but if you had Bijan and Kyle Pitts over the last month, you've won some of your fantasy games.
And remind you, now the Rams are 7-point favorites here on the road, which feels like the right number, quite frankly. So I don't think there's like some huge edge here one way or the other. But the Falcons do have something to play for. I mean, they can't make the playoffs, or they can't get to the playoffs, but they can technically win a share of the division title. The Rams obviously have a ton to play for as they're still battling for the number one overall seed. Rams, Seahawks, and I think the Rams might be eliminated from that because the Seahawks 49ers play next week, and the winner of that is going to be the NFC West champ. So the Rams they're fighting then to be the 5 seed, which means they're fighting to get to play Carolina in round 1
on the road.
Yeah, it'd be on the road, but at least it'd be Carolina round or Tampa.
I hate the Falcons. I hate the Falcons because this is the kind of game that Atlanta could put together and go win it. You know what I mean? They've got enough offense to compete. They don't have any defense. They shouldn't even be on the same field. But Atlanta, as bad as they can look, I've also seen them look much better than I thought they were capable of. The Rams should dispatch them. Like you said, 7 points feels good.
Yeah.
I mean, if it had gotten to 8 or 9, I'd be a little worried. But, dude, they should roll in and beat Atlanta. But because there's really nothing to play for but a roadie against, one of the few teams you can feel very comfortable about going on the road and winning in the playoffs, no matter who comes out of that division. I don't know what to expect from the Rams tonight other than just go do your job.
Yeah.
But I expect Pitts and Bijan to have a hell of a game. I just think they're going to come out and do something tonight.
I don't.
Well, not Pitts. Pitts is a product of a lot of other things, but Bijan has been so good this year. So good.
He has been.
What a waste.
Pitts is it's a hit or miss. He could be amazing. He could be zero catches.
Yeah, he's the perfect, great, bad Atlanta Falcon because at his best, he is phenomenal, but at normal, he's not even average.
Yeah. The Rams, great on both sides of the ball. I've said pretty much. I mean, the Rams were my preseason pick to win the Super Bowl. Of course, it was over the Chiefs, which seems very unlikely now. But
no reason to change.
Yeah. I'll write it out. But I do think the Rams are the team to beat. I think they're the best team. They're just very complete. They're great on both sides of the ball. They're great on offense, great on defense, and they're balanced on offense. They run the ball really. I mean, Blake Corum's now starting to take over some carries from Kyron Williams. He's effective. They've got 2 of the best wide receivers in the league.
That's it. That's the separator. And they got the most experienced, ready-to-go quarterback still playing.
Have you taken a look at the newest MVP odds?
I haven't seen where Drake is. If I'll say it again. Drake has earned MVP. He's the best player in the NFL right now.
Last week it was a 2-horse race or a 3-horse race. Now it's a 2-horse race. Josh Allen is now. Josh Allen's tied for third favorite, actually. A 3-way tie for the third favorite. Josh Allen, Trevor Lawrence, and Caleb Williams.
Distant thirds.
Are all 150 to 1. Drake May is plus 180. Matt Stafford is your favorite at minus 230.
And it's, I hate saying it, and I'll keep saying it until he gets it. It's a Lifetime Achievement Award. He's certainly been
But it
good
is this year, too.
Yeah, he's been really, really good, but he hasn't been better than Drake May. He's been really, really good.
I don't know that I agree with that.
I think that Drake May has done more with less. I don't think
done more with less, I agree with, yes.
But Stafford never getting an MVP, I don't know what he could do not to get it unless he goes with the next 2 games throwing 3 interceptions a game. I think it's a prohibitive thing. He's not the best player on the best team, but he's the quarterback of the best team. I think Puka's the best player on that team, but he's the quarterback of the best team. He's never won it. He's been a Super Bowl champion, and he's thrown for miles. I don't know how I vote against it.
Drake May, 4,200 yards, 30 touchdowns, 8 picks.
That's the stat right there. 8 picks.
Matthew Stafford, 4,200 yards in one less game, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
So he's basically same yards, one less game for Stafford. 40 touchdowns, so 10 more touchdowns for Stafford, only 5 picks for Stafford.
Give him the trophy, man.
Matt Stafford's the MVP of the league, man. This is not just a light. I mean, he's deserving. And
yeah, he is.
And the Rams are.
It's not as good a story.
I think it's a great story.
I mean, he's the quarterback of the team that you picked to go to the Super Bowl. I mean, yeah. You better go throw it. You got Puka Nacua, which we saw coming, and then they add Devontae Adams. Yo, come on. I mean, the table was set for him to be successful, and he did it. I mean, it's not as good a story as Drake May, but certainly, as you put the numbers, I didn't know it's only 5 interceptions, to be honest with you.
Yeah, and I think 3 of them happened in one game.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I know of 1 3-interception game, so you separate that. That's true MVP numbers without any kind of argument.
I'm not. Nothing's guaranteed. It's going to be. It's hard to picture a world where the Rams lose either of the last 2 games, Falcons or Cardinals.
If they do, it'll be by design.
But 13-4. Those numbers, he's like, this is a deserving MVP season for Matt Stafford. I think tonight is a good chance for him to pad some stats.
Do you have the listing of non-quarterbacks in there? What's the highest ranked non? How far is Fred Taylor falling? Jonathan Taylor, or where is defensive end? Name your favorite defensive end.
The highest. There are 2 guys at 500 to 1. Jackson Smith and Jigba and Christian McCaffrey.
So, yeah, okay.
The Offensive Player of the Year award right now, Jackson Smith and Jigba is minus 150. Puka is plus 240. McCaffrey plus 450. Jonathan Taylor and James Cook are 100 to 1.
Cook is the last night or yesterday excluded. The last 2 weeks of James Cook have been pretty impressive.
Yeah, I mean he's the leading rusher in the league, which is it's
for his little skinny legs too. He runs hard.
Yeah, he's having a hell of a season. Derrick Henry, like saying, "Hey, don't forget." I mean, it's too late now, but don't forget about me. No, I think it's going to be Njigba or Puka Nacua, depending on how the next 2 weeks goes.
Defensive Player of the
Year. Defensive Player of the Year, I would assume is Myles Garrett, but let me see. Minus 20,000, Myles Garrett.
Jesus, all right.
Your second favorite is 50 to 1, Will Anderson.
All right, that's cool.
Nick Benito, 75 to 1. Daniil Hunter, another Texan, 100 to 1. Brian Burns, 100 to 1. Jared Verse, 250 to 1, and Aiden Hutchinson, 300 to 1.
It's nice to be mentioned.
Your coach of the year, who do you think?
Right now, my coach of the year. Seattle coach?
He is third favorite. Mike McDonald is 7 to 1.
Sean Payton?
Sean Payton is your fifth favorite, 30 to 1. Liam Cohen is fourth at 12 to 1. Kyle Shanahan is your second favorite at 2 to 1.
Yeah, but that's every year.
Mike Vrabel, minus 130.
Respect. I would, if he won it, I would have no problem with that at all.
Yeah, Shanahan is pretty impressive to me, given
you got to overcome being good already. You're gonna have to.
But first of all, they weren't good last year.
But I know him. I know you're a great coach. You're gonna have to do something more.
But
I don't know.
No
what
Ayuk all year. No Bosa. I mean, no Fred Warner. It's been a disaster.
I hold a couple of coaches to a higher standard, and he's one of them. Yes, I know you're a great coach. You're the best offensive mind in football. Yeah, okay.
I think Liam Cohen deserves some credit too. At 12, I mean, he's 12-1. I don't think he'll win it, but he deserves some mention. And Ben Johnson, I think, should too. He's 60-1. He's the 6th favorite. But that's pretty impressive what he's done as well with the Bears.
Considering how far Caleb has come just from the beginning of the year, it really isn't impressive. I mean, yeah. I'm still not sold completely, but I
watched that game last night, and I said, this dude doesn't suck. And there's been a lot of times where I was like, this guy's terrible. What is he even doing out there? So, credit. It's coming around. It's slow, but it's coming around. And
who's the best coach? Not coach of the year. Pick your favorite
Sean
coach.
McVay.
McVay?
Yeah, see, I think that's who I'd go with now.
To such a high standard. You know, we didn't even bring him up.
Yeah.
He's got a quarterback that's thrown 40 touchdowns and 5
but
interceptions.
See, like that, because his team is so good right now, or his players are so good right now that it's like, oh, he's not doing more with less.
Nah, it's harder to coach stars. It is, man.
Well, that too, yeah.
It is. It's a blessing, but it's an RPP, man. There's rich
right.
people problems, and he's managed them quite well.
Yep, you're right. All right, let's take a break. When we come back, you know what? Right now, let's do this. The Navy All-American Bowl. We've got tickets to that and the San Antonio All-Star Game. I know you sent me the.
It's a full day of fun.
Yeah, it is. It's a full day of fun. 2 games, 1 ticket. The Navy All-American Bowl at 12:30. San Antonio Sports All-Star Game presented by Valero at 5:30. Plus 4 free Whataburger coupons. Is that what I'm seeing here?
That's right. Take 4.
You're seeing.
Oh my! All right, let's go with caller number 5. You'll win a set of tickets to the Navy All-American Bowl and the Valero All-Star Game presented by, the San Antonio Sports All-Star Game presented by Valero. That is coming up. What day is that?
A week from Saturday.
A week from Saturday. All right, there you go, friends.
January 10th.
Caller number 5. All right, we'll be right back. We'll see what's going on in the world outside of sports. It is the Morning Huddle on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star traffic from News Talk 550 KTSA.
Good morning. We do have a couple of stalls. 410 eastbound at Babcock off to the right shoulder, and another at Loop 410 westbound McCullough. Broken down vehicle right shoulder blocked. Now, we did clear that stall at 35 southbound just past Rittiman. Now, if you guys see something we're not talking about, call us on the traffic tip line so we can check it out at 210-785-2601. I'm Debbie Alcacer, KTSA Time Saver Traffic.
Joe, I've invented the perfect exercise machine. It's practical, efficient, and fits in any home. I give you the Row and Go. Ta-da! It's a rowing machine that connects to your toilet, so you can row and...
Stop. Folks at Quarter Moon Plumbing, Heat, and AC will help homes stay in tip-top shape. Call Quarter Moon 651-5899.
Quarter Moon Plumbing, Heat, and AC, 210-651-5899.
License number M16004, TACLA 141074E.
My name is Whitney Allen. I am a widow. My husband, Ryan, died. We never thought in a million years we'd have to use life insurance. The unexpected happened. With Ethos, it is so fast and easy. It's 100% online. You can get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. No medical exams, and you can get up to $3 million worth of coverage through Ethos.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/game. That's ETHOS.com/game.
Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
This report is sponsored by Capital One. Capital One wants you to keep more money in your wallet with no fees or minimums on checking accounts. Terms apply. See CapitalOne.com/bank for details. Again, that's CapitalOne.com/bank for details. Capital One, NA member FDIC.
Injuries happen, and when they do, skip the ER and get to the Ortho Now Injury Clinic by TSAOG Orthopedics and Spine. Ortho Now provides walk-in care for injuries like broken bones, dislocations, sprains, and strains. Conveniently located in the Quarry area with extended hours Monday through Saturday with on-site x-ray casting and bracing, Ortho Now has everything you need to treat your injury, and best of all, no urgent care or emergency room copay. Learn more online at tsaog.com.
By texting 24700, you agree to receive recurring automated marketing messages from J.Crew Factory. Message and data rates may apply. No purchase required. Terms apply. Available at jcrew.com.
Need last-minute gifts? J.Crew Factory has got you covered. Enjoy up to 60% off store-wide and shop cozy matching pajamas, toasty sweaters, amazing outerwear, festive accessories, and so much more. Get in the spirit at J.Crew Factory, where you'll score our exclusive collection of classic styles for the whole family at prices that can't be beat. And today, save even more. Just text GIFTING to 24700 to receive an extra $25 off your purchase of $75 or more at your nearest J. Crew Factory store. Visit jcrewfactory.com to find your nearest San Antonio area store today. But first, get an extra $25 off your purchase of $75 or more when you text GIFTING to 24700. Text GIFTING to 24700 to get your $25 off coupon. That's GIFTING to 24700. See a store associate for details.
While basketball has been playing for a while now, we know the holidays are the unofficial start of the season, and you know Underdog is the best place to get in on all the action. Hi, Jason Minix here. With Underdog Unwrapped, you'll unwrap tons of promos all throughout the holidays. They've got boosts, gimme picks, deal reveals, and even some surprises sprinkled in. So now is the best time to get in the game because you can make your picks and win money here in Texas, and it's easy to do. Get your favorite players and decide whether they're going to go higher or lower on stats like points, rebounds, steals, and more. Get your picks right, you can win up to 5,000 times your cash. So download the Underdog app today. Use promo code STAR to score $75 in bonus entries when you play your first $5. Promo code STAR at Underdog. Make picks, win money. Must be 18 plus and present in Texas. Terms apply. See assets.underdogfantasy.com/web/play and get terms _DFS_.html for details. Concerned with your play? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit ncpgambling.org.
Empower. Pete's back on the links with all new golf clubs and hopefully less swearing.
Dang, sliced it.
He worked with Empower to help him get good at money so he can be a little bad.
Heads up!
Oof. Talent sold separately.
Guy said these were slice proof.
At least he has money for lessons. Invest well, live a little. Start today at empower.com.
The following is a dramatization.
Davis Law Firm, how can I help?
That guy pulled out in front of me out of nowhere. The police are on their way, but I'm really shaken up.
Don't worry. We're going to get you taken care of. You made the right call.
I'm Jeff Davis. If you've been hurt in a car, truck, or 18-wheeler wreck, call Davis Law Firm at 444-4444. We're ready to help day or night, and there's no fee unless we win.
Davis Law Firm, San Antonio.
Hey, nice savings balance. Well done.
Thanks.
What you saving for? New car?
Nah, it's to pay thousands in fines and court costs after I got pulled over for drinking and driving.
Oh, wow. Yeah, you better keep saving.
Yeah.
Drinking and driving can wipe you out in more ways than one. It can hurt or even kill innocent people, drain your bank account, tear your future apart, even take your life. You're smarter than that. This holiday season, drive sober or get pulled over. Brought to you by NHTSA.
By texting 64,000, you agree to receive recurring automated marketing messages from Real Success. Message and data rates may apply. No purchase required. Terms apply. Available at ourrealsuccess.com.
Do you want to learn how to make money flipping houses and acquiring rental properties right here in San Antonio without using your own money? You'll learn to flip houses and secure rental properties in your spare time to get on track towards real wealth building. We're offering a handful of motivated individuals the opportunity to attend our workshop right here in San Antonio for free. That's right, we'll give you 2 free tickets when you text INVEST to 64,000. San Antonio is the perfect market to flip houses and build rental income. Don't miss this opportunity. Come to a complimentary live 2-hour workshop next week right here in San Antonio and learn how to start making money flipping homes and building long-term wealth with rental properties. To get 2 free tickets, text INVEST to 64,000. Text in the next 10 minutes and registrants will also receive a free copy of our Funding for Deals guide. Text INVEST to 64,000 for 2 complimentary tickets. Text INVEST to 64,000.
It's the Morning Huddle with AJ.
Hey, good morning, everybody. This is me not singing. What do you make of the Bears?
They will go as far as Caleb takes them.
Okay. How far can that be?
I don't know. Because he could just as easily pull a Sam Darnold and give up 3 interceptions and they get pasted. I don't think that's going to be the case. They do everything that you're supposed to do to win playoff games. I can tell you that. They run the football. They play defense. I just don't trust Caleb. Like last night, he had a chance to win it, and he did everything right to get him in the right position. One play makes the difference, and it just wasn't quite there. And that, to me, I think that will sum up the Chicago Bears season. They're going to do everything they need to get there, but when it comes down to it, it'll be just a little short, and it'll probably be because of their quarterback, and they will reinforce and come back next year improved. And he's getting better, man. You said it too.
Yeah.
He is a better quarterback than he was, but let's be real. Do you have any faith that when it comes down to it, that Caleb could be the difference maker, the guy that goes and wins the game? And I say that knowing full well, how many games has he come from behind this year? I mean, they have been behind several times, and they've done it. But when that situation last night against San Francisco with a chance to win it, he didn't do it. And until he does, I'm going to tell you that he won't.
Yeah.
And one day he'll prove me wrong, maybe. I just don't think they're ready yet.
I don't think so either.
I think it's a maturation for the coach, and I'm saying that, he's a top 3 coaching of the year candidate. But when it comes down to, do you really like the Bears against anybody up beneath, let's say, San Francisco? Anything beneath San Francisco or above San Francisco's pay grade, do you really like the Bears?
To me, it's which NFC West team is going to win the Super Bowl is kind of where I'm at right now.
I think we're all headed in that direction because they're so good. I mean, all 3 of those teams are really solid front to back, got everything you need.
Yeah.
San Francisco's banged up, but
But they can't, you wouldn't know it.
Right. Last night you wouldn't have known it. So I give them
listen, they
three.
did let the Bears score 38 points on them, which is concerning.
But the Bears did the right things. Caleb played a hell of a football game for 3 quarters and 10 minutes. It just that last drive was effective, but just, you walk away going, yeah, that's Caleb. He's just not quite there yet, and maybe he'll pull a Darnold. Maybe he won't. We'll see.
All right, here's where we like to see what's going on in the world outside of sports, and I guess this is sort of in sports. But this is more of a celebrity story at this point. Jake Paul's fiance. Are you familiar with Jutta Leerdam?
No, but I'm going to look her up. How do you spell this?
Jutta.
That's an interesting name.
Leerdam.
Popped up. Well, she's is she the skater that I've seen before?
Yeah, she was qualifying on Friday, and she fell down. Like she was like she's like an Olympic caliber gal, a speed skater, and she fell down. Now Jake Paul says his heart is broken for her, so now he's got a broken heart and a broken jaw. She said this sport is so bizarre. She could just show up at the starting line and go again, and she had such a fast opening. But now her qualification is in jeopardy. The National Selection Committee will now determine if she will participate in the Winter Games, and a decision expected in early January. Which she left the ice in tears, which I guess, if you work your whole life to do something and you fall down, it happens.
Could you date a girl that could squat more than you?
Ooh, that's probably a no-go for me. Although now, with my knee being as bulky as it is, maybe I could. Maybe if she equaled me. I think she does her squats. No doubts about it.
There's all kinds of stuff to that.
So you think they should give her permission to?
I think on looks alone, she should be able to compete under the white flag.
Which
we let the Russians show up and compete under the non-country flag. Let's let her in just for TV ratings, just to keep me interested in those races.
It's not the worst call.
Judah.
What do half and half infused Dr. Pepper, group ketamine activities, group ketamine therapies, and a swinging scandal all have in common, Rob?
What half and half? What?
Half and half, like creamer in Dr. Pepper.
Oh. Ugh.
Group ketamine therapy and swinging all have in common.
Sounds like a fun weekend.
They're all part of a new strain of Mormon mania.
What?
That's right. The Real Housewives of Salt Lake City star Heather Gay says that it's undeniable and it's crazy. I just think that the Mormon moment is because we're taking over. We're industrial and we're enterprising. 2% of the U.S. population self-identifies as members of the Church of Latter-day Saints, but they've dominated our screens and conversations in 2025 like never before.
Really?
From Dancing with the Stars to the heated discourse around influencers like Hannah Nealman, and they're now calling it Mormon Mania. And they say Mormon Mania is not only sweeping the nation from an entertainment standpoint, but they believe that it is bringing people to their faith. So, like, I'm not sure. I didn't know what was going on.
I didn't either.
I do like watching I like watching shows about, like, where the Mormon dudes are real mean to the wives. And then the wives are like, I want to divorce him so bad, but, you know, I can't because of my religion. Like, I like that kind of stuff.
I didn't know we were in the middle of a Mormon moment.
I don't like dancing. I like the hard-hitting stuff.
But there's like no caffeine, no alcohol.
No alcohol. No, it seems very boring to me, but I
enjoy your moment.
All right. Yeah. The top 5 movies. You know, Christmas time is a big time for movies.
I'm very well aware. I searched. What are the top 5 movies?
The Fire and Ash movie.
Yeah.
What is it?
I had no idea, so I didn't go.
What do they call that? Avatar or whatever it is?
Yeah. I tried to watch the second Avatar. It's just not for me, man.
60 million.
Yeah. There's people that love it. I don't get it.
Zootopia 2 made 20 million. Marty Supreme, 16 million.
That's the movie I want to see, Marty Supreme.
I kind of want to watch The Housemaid. It's like a scary movie, I guess.
Don't Google Housemaid. It's an entirely different movie.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
14.75 million, and Anaconda made 14
See, that's
million.
the other one I want to see, but that'll be on streaming here in about a week and a half.
That's so I saw a preview for a movie last night, and I was like, oh, I want to see this. But then I was like, this movie's going to be so bad. This will be on streaming in like a week. It's called Primate.
Oh, I saw it.
You saw the commercials for it, like where this ape is going around. First of all, I'm terrified of apes. Like
They'll tear your face off.
I'm fascinated by them. I love gorilla. Like I want to go see the new gorilla exhibit at the zoo. But I also while everybody else is worried about AI, I worry about primates becoming so smart that they take over. Because unlike AI, primates have opposable thumbs.
Damn dirty apes.
Yeah, like I think Planet of the Apes we could look back one day and be like, I can't believe we made that movie.
I've seen the movie. It's entirely possible.
And then one day the apes will be directing Planet of the Humans. Oh, remember in a time far, far away when humans ran the world. Ha! Now look at them. But yeah, I wanted to see that movie, but I was like, I'm not gonna go bother. I'm not gonna go. What do you Also, what do you do? Do you tell your wife, hey babe, let's go watch Primate, the movie about the ape who's going around killing co-eds?
See, my wife, or that's Freudian. My wife refuses to go see any monkey movie. She won't watch Planet of the Apes. She finds no entertainment value at all.
Really?
And I'm like, what are you talking about? I prefer the older Planet of the Apes to the new ones, but what are you talking about, man? Those are great shows.
That's wild.
She finds no entertainment in
Maybe she's afraid of it.
Primates. Could be.
And she just does, it's tough to admit that you're afraid of gorillas, but
she's married to a big old silverback.
Oh, yes. Or a baboon.
One or the other.
One or the other.
I've been watching videos of Ajari. He's the dude down at the Congo, whatever falls it is.
Have you? Oh, you haven't gone down there yet, though, right?
Not yet, but I've seen videos of our dude. He seems like he's a pretty cool customer. Pretty cool cat. Got his ladies.
Oh, yeah. So is it one dude and a bunch of chicks?
1 and 3. I think there's a dude and 3 in his.
Now, does he?
Sister wives.
Does he have relations with all of them?
I would hope so.
God, what a gorilla.
Living life, man.
I mean, how crazy is that? You just go around, you do what you want, and then what are they going to say? What are those lady apes going to do about it?
Bring me another one.
Nothing. And how about we kick you out of this domain, and I bring in a different gorilla?
You're not living up to our standards.
Yeah,
evidently, you can rent those out. You can pimp out your gorilla.
What?
Turn out the gorillas for breeding purposes.
Oh, is it what's more desirable, the male gorilla? I
would assume Just like the racehorse.
Like you want the stud fee?
Yeah, you'd think so.
Yeah, that's what I would want too. I want to
be put out to stud.
I want a gorilla with a big head and like huge muscles.
Genetics
like,
involved,
yeah,
sure.
yeah. Oh man, that'd be badass. All right, let's take our last break of the day. Oh, here they are. Their discussion. Do you like the Bills' decision to go for 2?
That is a discussion for many, many days, and I could go either way most of the time. But they did the right. He made the right decision.
All I know is they had a guy wide open in the end zone
Yeah,
that would have won him the game, and Josh Allen missed the throw.
Get the hell out of there too.
Sometimes it happens, man. And you know what? Quite frankly, if it's the key moment, would I rather have the ball in Josh Allen's hands or Michael Badgley's foot?
Who had already had a kick blocked? No.
Give me Josh Allen's hand. That's fine. All right, let's take our last break. We'll come back and we'll wrap up the show the way we always do by taking a look at the daily lines. It is the Morning Huddle on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. So I'm receiving some intel here. There apparently are, it's not 3 girls and 1 dude gorilla. There are 3 bachelor gorillas.
Ah, those are all dudes.
They're all dudes. They all live together.
I thought there was a female in there.
They're separated from the females.
Oh, okay.
I guess like if
Okay.
if the females were introduced into the male gorilla pen,
we'd have a bunch of baby gorillas.
Well, no, we'd
It'd
have
be
a bunch
fights.
of some brawls would break out because you know what makes
I'm kind of in for
gorillas.
Is there
and-
like a special day we could pay extra for that?
for them to fight over
We'll just
a mate?
release and see what happens.
Oh,
it'd be like a discovery special. You see kids see nature at play.
Maybe they.
So how many gorillas do we have?
I don't know. I
I thought we only had 4.
No, I think there's more than that.
I'm gonna have to go.
I know. I want to go too. I like gorillas. They're one of my favorite animals.
I didn't realize it had been 30 years since we'd had gorillas.
You know what we need at the San Antonio Zoo? Better bears. Our bear game is weak. We need to at least. I don't know. We need to have a way to make.
You've been since I have. I thought we had good bears.
You never see the bears.
Oh, so it's one of those.
Yeah.
They tell us it's like the snow leopard. Like, yeah, they're snow leopards. They're not out right now. They're inside.
So I don't know. Oh, so maybe you're right. Maybe there is one area where there's the male and 3.
Yeah, because I swear I saw a video of him hanging with his ladies.
Yeah, and then the other one it's 3 dudes. So, but the dudes apparently aren't as big as
Ajari. I think he's the dude.
They're not as big as you would think. They're like 5'5". I'm bigger than that.
Short king.
Yeah, but they're like 250. So there's some meat on their bones. I don't know. But so maybe they're not breeding gorillas. How big is a gorilla supposed to be? I wanted to be like 6'7", 6'8", maybe.
Well, Ajari is a 25-year-old male western lowland gorilla. I'm trying to get his statistics here, but I don't have them.
How big are his paws?
That's how you judge, right?
Yeah. When I picked out my dog, there was 3 dogs, and I said I want the one with the biggest paws.
I learned my lesson.
How?
Get the smaller paws. They grow into those paws.
Well, I wanted one to be as big as it could be. That's what I wanted. I wanted a big dog.
Well, that's
so I went with. So I want a gorilla who's got just huge gorilla mitts. That's the way to do it.
See if I can get a trading card. He's 5'6", weighs between 350 and 400 pounds.
Oh, I like that weight. That's a badass gorilla, I bet. I want to see. I wish we could. I don't know. I know I love animals, so I don't want them to die. But I do wish that there was some way we could know who would win between a gorilla and a grizzly bear.
Just one day we buy an extra ticket, and we'll break it off when we see a winner. We won't let it go to the death. But
Rudolph says, "Do gorillas have paws?" I guess they're technically hands, but they're like the soft padded hands. I don't know. I don't know what you like. They're not. I don't know.
Well, they're hands. You got a thumb. It's a hand.
Yeah, that's true. Well, I mean, do possums have thumbs?
No.
Yes.
Just have an extra claw.
No, it's opposable.
So I guess they have hands?
Yeah, I guess so. What about chickens?
Chickens don't have hands.
They've got a thumb.
What?
Yeah.
No, they have 3 and they only have 4.
But one of them's off
it's
separated
not
from
opposable. Well, then if you count the spur, there's 5. No, it's
maybe chickens have hands.
No, trust me, chickens do not have hands.
All right, enough of this. Let's do the daily lines.
It's the Morning Huddle's look at the daily lines with AJ and Rob on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
All right, let's try and make ourselves a little bit of money, and we'll start in the NFL. The Rams and the Falcons. The Falcons are 7-point home dogs. Total is 49.5.
Keep in mind, Kirk Cousins will be your quarterback tonight.
Oh, yes. Kirk O'Bangs. I guess I'd probably lean to the Rams. It just feels like they're playing for something. We were talking about it during the break. The The Rams don't have a chance to win the NFC West now. It's going to be the Seahawks or the 49ers, whoever wins that game next week. But the Rams are still there still is a world where they could get the 5 seed. And the 5 seed, even though you've got to go on the road, you get to play Carolina versus the 4 seed, the 6 seed, which could end up being a trip to Philadelphia.
Which is a big difference.
Big difference in those two things.
They won't it looks like Devontae won't play. Drake London is also questionable with a knee, but Adams is doubtful. Drake London is questionable, so pay closer attention to that.
All right. Previewing some of the games from next week, at least some of the games that matter. Carolina's at Tampa. What do you think the line?
At Tampa, I'll give Tampa 2-1.
Tampa's a 3-point favorite at home. I think I like the Panthers here. I mean, this team. When was the last time the Bucks covered? All they do is fail.
I'm trying to figure out how much stock to put in Baker. I can't believe he's going to fade into this the way he started out. This was an MVP candidate in October.
Well,
you lose at home to Carolina.
Trophy, then.
You lose at home to Carolina. We got bigger issues than just Baker.
How about this one then? Seahawks 49ers.
Oh man,
Seahawks
what a football game.
Seattle at San Francisco.
I think the 49ers probably. I like Seattle just because they gotta, and if I'm coaching Sam Darnold, I am unleashing him. I'm letting him do everything he wants. I want a very confident quarterback going into the playoffs. I like Seattle.
San Francisco a 1-point favorite.
Is that in
close.
Seattle?
It's in San Francisco.
Oh, okay. There we go.
Yeah. The AFC North crown on the line. That is the night game. That's Sunday Night Football next week. Ravens at the Steelers.
Oh, man.
In Pittsburgh.
What a good, bad football game all at once. What a great game.
What's the line?
I like Baltimore 3-4.
Baltimore, a 3.5-point favorite on the road. That surprises me, man.
Well, the Derrick Henry rediscovery, I think, changed a lot of things.
I might be on Pittsburgh at 3.5 at home. First of all, when these two teams play, it's always by 3.
Yeah.
Like anything over 3, I'm taking. So I'll probably be on the Steelers then. Cowboys next week. Cowboys are finishing up the season in New York with the Giants. I'll tell you what, this line tells me there may already be some scuttlebutt that Dak isn't going to play.
He ain't going to play, man.
What do you think the line is?
3 points the other way.
Cowboys -5.
Oh, 5?
Yeah. I guess it's on the road. Maybe that is a fair number. I don't know. Yeah.
This is one of those, if a tree falls in the forest, I don't think I'll see it.
I don't think I'll see it either. I'm always trying to see what the line tells you about who's going to play next week.
As a neophyte novice guy, I put money today, and then I find out Dak is not going to play. Are they going to pull it off the board? Are they going to change it? What
They'll
happens?
pull it off the board for a minute, and then they'll post it with a new number. Yeah.
So I'm stuck with my old number?
Yeah. It's not like horse racing.
It's not like a late injury pulls it off the board?
No. Horse racing, like that. When I first started betting on horse, I was so mad because I got a good number, and then the number kept going the wrong way.
And
now,
what happened?
Now all of a sudden I've got a lesser number on this horse. I bet it at the right time. Doesn't work that way with the NFL. You get the number when you buy it. That's why it's so important to get good numbers, man.
Dude, I would not touch this game till 11:59 on Sunday, man.
Yeah. What do you think right now? The Chiefs at the Raiders next week.
Oh, I like the Chiefs in a touchdown. I give them 7 points.
With this made-up person playing quarterback
What's
for them?
His name?
I don't even know who this dude is.
Man,
I've watched the whole game. I still don't know his name.
They played so hard yesterday. I think they're going to do it one more time.
They're 5.5-point favorites at the Raiders.
Travis has got to win his last game.
And then the Chargers at the Broncos next week. What do you think that line is? In Denver.
But Denver's in a pretty good place. Denver in 5.
Denver -7.5.
Wow. See, that was such a bad loss by the Chargers.
I'll be on the Chargers. I mean, over a touchdown. The Broncos don't get margin. The Broncos barely win all their games.
Yeah.
It's a tale as old as time.
You said earlier that your opinion of Caleb has gone up. What about Bo Nix?
No.
Have you seen the numbers that he has stacked? Have you seen the ridiculous numbers he stacked this year?
No. I mean, I just watch him and I go, this guy's not very good.
But at some point, when it walks like a duck and it quacks like a duck, you go, it's a duck. But I still don't see the duck. I still see, I don't know what I'm missing. The numbers are ridiculous. his win-losses, I mean, comes from behind. He doesn't give the ball away, but there's just something about him that I still am not all the way in on Bo Nix.
I think Bo Nix is just like he's a replaceable part. He's just a guy.
I think if he does what I think he's going to do in the playoffs, my attitude is going to change entirely about it.
Big hoop slate today. The Bucks are at Charlotte. Bucks are 2.5-point favorites. The Phoenix Suns at the Wizards. Suns minus 10.5 on the road. The Nuggies 2.5-point favorites at the Miami Heat. The Golden State Warriors are 4.5-point road favorites in Brooklyn. The Orlando Magic 1.5-point road favorites in Toronto. A lot of road favorites today. Is everybody a road favorite?
Look at those matchups, though.
Almost everybody's a road favorite. Knicks, 8.5-point road favorites today at the Pelicans.
No.
Timberwolves, 6.5-point favorites at the Bulls.
No.
Okay, here's a the Hawks are at the Thunder. The Hawks are not a road favorite.
No, they're not, are they?
The Thunder are 16.5-point favorites. The San Antonio Spurs are home favorites to the Cavs.
It's been a couple years.
Spurs minus 2.5. Who do you like? Who do you like tonight?
I like the Spurs.
You like the
I
Spurs?
think a little bounce back game. I wouldn't be surprised to see De'Aaron play, even if he's questionable going.
I would hope so. Looks like a pretty healthy Cavs team, at least at the moment. The Pacers are at the. Do you know the Pacers have the worst record in the NBA?
Yeah, I saw
they were in Game 7 of the Finals last year, and now they are the worst team in the NBA.
Yeah, I saw a little bit of them play 3 days ago, and they're barely above a JV team, man. They're terrible.
It's bad.
Yeah.
They are 15.5-point dogs tonight in Houston. And the Dallas Mavericks are in Portland taking on the Blazers. The Blazers, 2.5-point favorites in
Mavericks
that one.
lost 5 straight?
I think so.
Now, there's some stuff floating around Dallas, and I know that it's crazy to even consider. But Milwaukee has called Dallas regarding Cooper Flag for Giannis.
If you trade Cooper Flag for Giannis,
why
are you getting Giannis?
I know.
It doesn't solve the problem.
It doesn't. I found it very interesting that there was at least a little bit of traction.
No, I'd say you can have anything on my roster not named Cooper Flag, but if I give up Cooper Flag, there's no point. If you get Giannis, now you're just the Bucks.
Yes.
Yes, that's dumb. That's why it makes so much sense. It makes Giannis make so much more sense for the Spurs because they could give up a great young piece and still improve their team, whereas the Mavericks can't really do that.
It smacks to me. I feel like Milwaukee is watching Giannis's value decrease because the Mavericks ain't gonna make that kind of deal, and the Spurs, the more they keep winning, the less likely they are to make that deal. I think that if there's going to be a trade deadline deal, which I think Giannis definitely wants that, there's going to have to be another injury to somebody else because I don't think that for Milwaukee to extract any kind of value because the teams that are best available to go get him don't necessarily need him.
Yeah.
Crazy world.
It is. College hoops tonight. Got quite a few games tonight.
I've forgotten about college hoops, but
welcome back.
We got all the New Year's tournaments. They're all heading to Hawaii over the week, so we got some good basketball coming this weekend.
Teams in the top 25 in action tonight. Illinois is a 32.5-point favorite against Southern. Iowa's taking on UMass Lowell. They're 34.5-point favorites there. 36.5 points Florida is giving up to Dartmouth today. The
like
old
Dartmouth
Ivy
here.
League.
Be careful.
36.5
That's
is
a
big
huge number.
Michigan is 22.5-point favorites over McNeese.
They're going to.
McNeese is pretty good.
Yeah, but Michigan's better.
Michigan is right now, their net rating in KenPom is a 37.85. They are 3 points better than anybody else.
Where's Arizona in this?
The Arizona's second. Yeah. But Michigan is running away from the field.
So good, man.
They beat everybody by 50. So even McNeese, who's pretty good, I won't feel good about betting on them tonight, certainly. Purdue is hosting Kent State. Purdue 26.5-point favorites. Michigan State also gets an Ivy Leaguer. They get Cornell coming into town, 26.5 for Sparty. Vanderbilt laying 39.5 to New Haven. We have seen Vanderbilt put up some crazy numbers on teams, so that wouldn't shock me.
Yeah, New Haven's a military school. They're gonna rope them.
Georgia laying 30.5 to Long Island. Iowa State, 33.5-point favorites over Houston Christian.
Iowa State, man. Iowa State, Houston, Kansas. That's 3 really, really good teams. Kansas is lesser now. Iowa State's a better team than Houston right now.
Yeah. Well, Iowa State hadn't lost yet.
Who'd have thought?
Yeah. Houston is a 28.5-point favorite against Middle Tennessee tonight. This is a low-key good game.
Is this the Wisconsin game?
This is Alabama-Yale. Yale is incredible on offense. Now, they can't defend a lick, but guess what Nate Oates teams generally are? Incredible on offense and don't defend a lick. They're going to go up and down the court.
Over?
The number's set at 175.5.
Oh, my God, that's huge.
I think it goes over. I think somebody scores 100 in this game. I also think Yale can hang in this game. I think they can hang within
11-1,
17 of this Alabama squad.
100. What's the over?
175.5.
That's a big number.
It's a big number.
Big number.
Well,
I think I might go Yale and under on this one.
Well, just consider.
I like Nate Oates. Don't get me wrong, but that's a lot of points.
It is, but Alabama, this is what their game logs look like: 92, 104, 97, 90, 105, 115, 90, 103. Like that's what they do. Now they're playing against another team that does the exact same thing they do.
I want to know who gave up 115 points. Yikes.
115 was UNLV.
Oh, well, all right.
the running Rebs.
In 40 minutes, you gave up 115 points.
Yeah. They had a game before Christmas against South Florida that was 104-93. That's 197 points. And that's not even their highest scoring game of the season because the St. John's game was 103-96.
You almost got me convinced. That's a ridiculous number. I mean, that's a crazy one.
And then you asked about Arizona. They also are in action tonight. They are 33.5-point favorites against South Dakota State, the Jackrabbits. And Arkansas playing James Madison. Arkansas 23.5-point favorites in that one. All right, friends. We got one more pair of these Navy All-American Bowl game. Navy All-American Bowl and the San Antonio All-Star Game tickets. Let's go caller number 3. You'll win a 4-pack of those tickets that include free Whataburger, and who doesn't love free Whataburger?
Get these. It's a lot of fun. If you haven't been, it's a full activation outside with the Navy and all that. It's a great day of football.
All right, we will be back tomorrow. We'll do it all over again. Thanks for listening. It's the Morning Huddle 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. Blitz coming up at 2.
This is 94.1 San Antonio Sports